caressed by a gentle breeze?
I think that was to you.
Oh, that's to me?
I mean, how would you feel? Since you're quicker on the uptake.
Yeah.
Sure. How would I feel being caressed by a gentle breeze? I don't know. What it sounds so like sensual when you ask it.
Yeah.
You're like, how would you
So
feel?
wait,
being caressed
is it
by a gentle
an
breeze?
actual breeze or is it the embodiment of a breeze if it was a person? Is that what you're saying?
What is the who would be the embodiment of a breeze?
I don't know.
Timothy Chalamet.
I was gonna say, as in like the Greek god of like the underworld, the ocean, the skies, a breeze. I thought,
Sure, okay.
but I like Chalamet.
To me, he's more of a like.
Chalamet? To me, Chalamet?
To me, he's more of like a tiny hammer. I feel like he's really pointy.
I knew him growing. Did you know him? I
You
feel
knew
like
him growing up?
We went on auditions all the time
Oh,
together.
yeah. Oh
my God.
He was very nice.
I have never met him. I have never met.
Because I know everyone in New York knows him.
Yeah, I went to high school with him.
Oh, you
Yeah.
know. Okay, yeah, there you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
Everyone.
was very nice.
He was a very nice kid. Yeah.
I had one
that's
very
good.
funny encounter with him where it was after we graduated high school, and my dad and I went to see A Star Is Born in theaters.
Aw.
And Timothy Chalamet was doing a Q&A for Beautiful Boy, which he was in at the time. And he was standing outside the theater about to do press with Steve Carell. And I wanted to leave because Timothy and I didn't know each other very well, so it would have been awkward to say hello.
Right.
But I was with my father, who's a shit starter, so he was like, "Hey, Timmy!" And Timothy, like, swoops around, and you can tell he, like, recognizes my face, but, like, not my name.
Sure.
And he's like, "Hey!" And then I'm like, "Hey, congrats on your stuff." And then it continued to be very awkward because he asked if I was coming to the Q&A, and I said, "Did it happen?" And he then said, "I don't know." And the whole time, Steve Carell was just standing there,
Oh
not
my
saying a
God.
word.
Yeah.
And to me, he's the villain in that story.
Steve Carell is?
Because he should have said something.
I think
No,
he
no,
was
no,
just
no, no, no,
enjoying
no, no,
it.
no,
Yeah.
no. That's a situation where you go, oh, I want to see how this plays out,
Yeah.
and you do nothing else.
Did we start?
We always cold open, baby.
Oh my God.
We're very
me up
slick
with a
like
little
that.
I
We're
didn't
very,
even
very
know
slick.
that happened.
Oh, hey, months of practice. I was about to say years, but I was like, I don't know if I can say that.
Oh, okay.
It's like,
I guess, yeah, it's been like, how long have we been doing this?
well, we've only been doing it live.
Are we streaming right now?
We're not live streaming. No. As in, like, we started initially doing the podcast on Zoom.
Right.
And so you can't like sneak up. So if they're on Zoom, they know
Yeah,
that
you
they're
know it's
on.
starting, yeah.
But like live, live in person, it's a little nefarious. and
Yeah,
I like
all of a
that.
sudden it's just happening.
Yeah.
I used to do this bit on Zoom where I'd be like, "Lucas, I bet you didn't even know we were recording. We've been talking for like 5 minutes." And he'd be like, "Yeah, the button is on."
Yeah, the little
The
red.
little red-
Yeah, the little red recording button. I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah, I know. Yeah.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
it just pops on and you know it.
Yeah. Exactly. I'm
Yeah.
like,
Cutting back to Chalamet for a second.
yes.
I knew him pretty well. I think we had the same agent, and we would go on like a lot of auditions together, but he would book everything because he was really, really hot. And he's a
Yeah.
great actor. Like, I'm not taking the acting away
But
from
he's
him.
mainly eye candy.
But he's a beautiful, beautiful boy.
He's
He's
a
a
beautiful
beautiful
boy.
boy.
Yeah.
He's a beautiful boy. What are you gonna do?
Did you audition for Beautiful Boy?
I didn't audition for Beautiful Boy, but I did ask him. I remember I asked him once if he wanted to be in a short film that I was making.
Okay.
And this was, God, we were like 15 or something. Wow. And I had his phone number. I don't have it anymore. I can't give it out on Twitter.
Wait, I wonder who has his old number now.
I mean, it wouldn't matter.
Me.
Yeah.
I got it.
It would just go to like Tim Chalamet in Kansas. It would just go to a different Timothy Chalamet.
Do phone numbers go to other people whose names they are once they're done? When someone
No.
dies,
I don't think so.
Where does their phone number go?
That's a great
actually a
question.
good point.
Can I tell you, I've wondered that about old like Zoo Books commercials numbers, or just
Oh,
like
yeah.
old ass
yeah.
commercials. Like they still like the numbers because I have like a lot of VHS tapes of like recordings of old shows I used to watch,
Sure.
and the commercials are still there, and I've never called the number just to see what happens.
We should call one after this. I'm
actually
genuinely curious.
I'm curious too.
I
Yeah.
want to know what happens if you call the what were the plates that look like animals? Is that Zoo Pals? Is that separate? You said Zoo Books, and it made me
Zoo
think
Pals,
about.
yeah, Zoo Pals.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
the
yeah,
plates.
yeah,
Yeah.
I
We should
remember
call
the
it Zoo
yeah.
Pals. Maybe they still exist though.
Maybe. Oh,
I
that's
think I
sad.
bought that.
That's actually kind of sad.
Should I Google it? Should
Yeah.
I Google
Imagine
if
the
Zoo Pals
CEO of like,
exist?
yeah, I'm still doing zoo plates.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're still making ends.
We got boxes of them in the back. Nobody wants them.
Oh.
Are you?
Oh, you can buy them. Yeah.
Oh.
You
So
can-
did we? Maybe people still buy them. We're just old.
No, I don't think they're in the no. I think you'd see on TikTok like
Yeah.
just got my Zoo Pal. Maybe they'll come back in like 10 years because everything's a nostalgia boom.
Yeah.
It's gonna be the next mullet.
Oh my god.
Zoo Pals. Are the
Juicy
next-
Yeah, the way the
sweatsuits are
the
gonna
way the
come
mullet,
back.
unironically, is just back in fashion now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cameron Smith. He's a golfer. I don't know if you're.
Are you into golf?
I like golf. I'm not into golf. I like golf.
I've been trying to get into golf.
What is it like feeling like you're better than everyone?
Yeah, as soon as I said it, I was like, oh, one of you is gonna say something.
Well, I actually agree with you. I like a slow sport.
Yeah.
I'm very
It is
ju-
a relaxing game to play.
It's unless you're if you're good at it, it is.
Oh,
But most
no.
people aren't good at it.
No, I've missed the ball.
Yeah. I guess you'd probably just have fun,
Yeah.
which is something I don't know how to do.
Oh, I don't try. I don't try.
Yeah, no.
With golf, no.
I try. I'm very competitive with
Yes.
sports, and I'm not good at them, but I want to win. I want to be
Yes.
the best. So that's what it feels like being better than everybody else. To answer your
Yeah,
question.
yeah.
No, but with golf, I met a guy who once said to me, he was like, "Oh, do you play swing fuck?" And I was like, "What is that?"
Swing fuck?
Swing fuck. And I was like, "I don't know what you're saying to me, and I don't want to do this." And he was like, "No, swing fuck. Golf." And I was like, "What?" And he goes, "Because every time you swing, you scream fuck as loud as you can because you missed the ball." He was it was an old man, and he was very
okay.
he was like a dad. It was a grandpa joke. It wasn't even a dad joke.
Oh.
But that's what golf is just like being angry all the time when you're playing it.
Yeah.
But it is kind of fun to watch. But Cameron Smith has a mullet, and he's like he just won the British Open. And he's like the face of golf, but he's got like a mustache and a mullet.
Wait, he just won Wimbledon?
The Open. It's called
okay.
the Open
The Golf
Championship.
Open.
Yes.
Oh wait, for
There's
some
more
reason
than-
I started thinking about tennis. I don't know
Because
why.
there's also Wimbledon is that,
I'm
but then the
dumb.
U.S. Open there's a U.S. Open golf and
I'm
tennis.
sorry, my brain just made a bridge between two neurons that should never
There's
touch.
Your
more than
listeners
one
don't
Open.
care about this at
Yeah,
all.
they don't. There's more than one open, but it seems like your mind is closed.
Oh shit.
Oh.
That's a good segue.
Oh my god, that was deep. I just got pwned.
What's your worst? Can I ask you guys a
Ponage.
question?
Yes.
What's your worst celebrity encounter story?
Oh, I have one, but I can't say that. I've said it before.
Yeah.
I've said it before on the podcast. I will retell it to you. But before I do, we should say welcome to Two Nosy Meerkats
Welcome to
podcast.
Nosy Meerkats. My worst celebrity encounters every week when I come to visit the home of TikTok celebrity Lucas Arnold to record our little podcasts.
And mine is our guest.
What?
No, you're the best one. No,
stop it.
so our guest is a phenomenal actor. You know him from Ace Ventura Jr.
Yeah, baby.
I like it.
You
That's-
know him
Yeah.
from. Sorry, did
No,
I get?
keep
Oh,
going. I
you know
want them
him
to know
from
the other one.
License to Wed.
You know him from I looked your Wikipedia. Nancy Drew.
Nancy Drew.
Nancy Drew, baby, with
Oh, yeah.
Emma Roberts.
Emma Roberts, yeah.
Oh, iconic.
Oh yes,
I
and
wanna
he's
hear
also
about
he's
her.
also in the wonderful improv group that I got to perform stand up alongside Joysticks.
Yes.
And he is a wonderful person and a friend of mine. Give it up for Josh Flitter.
Thank you. Am I
Woo!
clapping? I'm clapping. Thank you for having me on here. I'm really excited. I've been bugging Lucas for a while. I would always chirp in and be like, hey, like, if you have time, I'd love to maybe be on the podcast or whatever. And every time you're like, yeah, I'm going to try to like figure it out. And I keep thinking that's you being like, stop asking me to do it.
Oh no, I actually did want you on.
I
No,
know. The last time when you actually we set a date and then I think I canceled.
maybe.
I
don't remember
I
that,
was
yeah.
like, oh, he's being serious about it.
Why'd you cancel on us?
I don't remember what it was. It was a reason. There was
Convenient.
a reason.
Name things better than us.
Yeah.
The moon.
But the moon is is a little better than
The
us.
moon has no cheese. Point to us.
I'm lactose intolerant. Point to me.
to Josh.
fair.
Also, the moon is fake, so
Oh yeah.
That's true. That's why I like it. 'Cause
And
it's
gay.
fake.
the moon is fake and gay.
The moon is fake and gay.
I'm sorry. My mind went back to like an old Ray William Johnson video where he just goes,
Ray William Johnson.
Hey, I
talk
gotta
about
go.
a
I gotta get
nostalgia
out of here.
blast.
I don't know. He just always went faking gay. That's where my mind went. And I was like, screw it. I kind of want
Ray
to call.
William I
kind of want to call the moon gay. I just kind of
Equals
wanted
3.
to do it.
Wasn't that him?
Equals 3. That was him. Yeah.
I never watched his.
I was deep into him in high school.
The
I
lore.
was.
You were deep
the
into
lore.
him in high school?
I was deep. I was far up him.
Yeah.
And yeah.
How was he in there?
I mean, in high school, he was hilarious.
Yes, yeah.
It was, yeah.
At the time, yeah.
At the time, it was like everyone was. I don't think
Yeah.
I think I like sort of was. I liked Smosh. Remember Smosh?
I don't
I
remember
made
that.
sketches.
They had like swoopy hair.
yeah.
Very
And
swoopy hair.
I also liked Philip DeFranco. Sexy
Oh.
Phil. Remember Sexy Phil?
My freshman year roommate watched Phil DeFranco all the time.
Yeah, he's still doing it. I still chime in every once in a while. He's like a real serious. Like he gives the news now. Like he used to be
Yeah.
years ago. Like it was the news, but it was like we do like our like babe of the week. Like he has gone back and been like,
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
I was embarrassing when I was in my
Okay.
20s. Yeah, he's like totally
I
repentant.
mean, unfortunately,
for all
there's
of
no more hot women, so he can't.
these things. Right, that's
Yeah.
what
Can't
happened.
say babe
Not
of the
since
week
the
anymore.
accident.
No, it's, yeah, since the
They
meteor hit.
all died.
Yeah.
You know the trolley problem?
Wait, go on.
Okay, so one day they were like, okay, all the hot women are on this track, or you could just drive towards another track and not kill anyone.
Wait, like the classic trolley thing of like you kill one person
Yeah,
or
yeah.
So what are the choices?
It's either you kill 10 hot women or no one. That's the choice.
I think I
chose
would
to-
go with no one.
Yeah, I know you would, but that's
Whoa,
not,
okay.
that's not what they did.
Oh, when the accident happened.
When the accident happened.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
You remember the accident? That's why there's
No,
no more hot
yeah, of
women.
course. No,
for
I-
him to report on.
I was away for that.
Oh, like on vacation?
Yeah, I was away.
Where were you?
I was in Switzerland.
Oh my God.
Whoa.
Yeah.
What a nice place. Good culture, good
Good
government.
chocolate, good Alps.
Yeah, great Alps. Beautiful
Yeah,
Alps.
tons of hot women to kill with a trolley.
Clipping that.
No, that's fine.
Canceled.
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 I'm canceled.
Josh killed all the hot women.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was me. I was the trolley problem,
Yep.
Aw, and now you're the trolley solution.
and now I'm the trolley solution. Yeah.
Whoa.
I want to tell my. I'm going back to
Yes,
this because
okay,
I want
oh.
to tell my bad celebrity story.
Yes, please go on. Yes.
Yes.
It's a great
Because
question.
It just feels like something that I want to tell.
Okay.
and I feel like you must have many.
Oh, you definitely.
I've been very thankful that like almost everyone that I've met or worked with or everything was great, like great experiences.
Oh, that's
There were
awesome.
some people who I worked with when I was young that were like sometimes unpleasant, but that was just because they were like superstars. And the person I'm not talking about specifically is Robin Williams, who is the greatest person in the world. I just want to get that out of the way.
I
He
remember
was
seeing
the most wonderful man
There's
in
a
the
video
world.
for those who don't know. Josh posted a video talking about your experience with Robin Williams on License, and it was just so heartwarming. And then he gave you a gift,
Yeah.
which it just blew my mind to hear about, which you can describe if you want.
Yes, he came to my trailer on the last day of filming, and he gave me like a first edition copy of the Groucho letters, which were letters that Groucho Marx had written over the years, and he like compiled it into a book. And it was signed by Groucho and given by somebody, I don't know who the person was, to Robin, and said that he was giving it to Robin because Robin reminded him of Groucho Marx, and Robin gave it to me. I have it in my possession, and he, not now, but he said...
Would it be weird if you brought it out?
Yeah,
Yeah.
right? And I brought it.
Yeah, just casual,
Yeah.
flicking through, like, yeah, you guys enjoy the podcast.
He gave it to me, told me that, and then said, I'm giving it to you because you remind me of me. So...
That is so freaking
it's
beautiful.
such a good story.
And now I do improv in New York City.
Yeah,
baby.
Yeah, make
Yeah.
them proud.
But bad celebrity story.
Yes,
Let's go.
so back to the negative.
Yes.
It's not bad and like this person was bad or anything. It was just hella awkward and
Yep.
it was all my fault. So I did like 3 years ago now, I did some background work on Saturday Night Live for like 2 episodes. And the host was James Franco at the time. I don't know how we feel about James Franco, but that's neither here nor there. Seth
Keep going.
Rogen was the like just there because he was friends with. I'm totally distracted by you standing up. I don't know. Should I restart the story?
No, please. I was listening.
Okay, sorry. I just got thrown off.
No, Seth Rogen. I was
I
listening.
think you should recap who James Franco, Seth Rogen, and what SNL is for everyone.
Yes.
Oh, okay, so Saturday Night Live is a show that started in the 1840s.
Oh.
Okay.
Yes, it was created by
Telegram show, wasn't it?
yes, by Lorne Michaels, who was born in 1370. If
Yeah.
nobody knows, and he's been alive.
Oh, that
ever since.
explains the smell.
Yes. All right. Anyway, back to so Seth Rogen was there just because
Yes.
they all hang out together all the time, and he popped out during the monologue. I had auditioned for Neighbors 2 through David Krumholtz, who is a friend of mine. He is an actor, and he's good friends with that whole crew. David got me an audition for the movie, or he helped me with the audition for the movie, and I at Studio 8H. Everything is sort of next to each other, like all the bathrooms and all the green rooms, and everyone can just kind of mingle with everyone. So even the background actors are kind of walking among like the cast members and everything. So I go to the bathroom as Seth Rogen is coming out of the bathroom, and I was just like, "Hey." And he just kind of looked at me and was like, "Hey." And I was like,
That's a good impression.
That's pretty good. You kind of nailed it.
and I was just like, I auditioned for Neighbors 2.
Oh my god!
And he went, okay. And I went, but I didn't get it.
Did you say that?
Yes.
Oh.
And he went, I'm sorry. And I went, yeah, I'm friends with David Krumholtz.
Oh my god!
And he went,
Hold my hand. I need someone to hold my hand.
and he went, he's a good guy. Yeah, he's nice.
Oh my
and it's
God.
turning into my Pete Davidson.
Yeah,
Seth
yeah.
Rogen's turning into Pete.
Which
And-
is a very good impression.
Yes, I'll get into that in a little
Okay.
bit. No, he's like, yeah, he's a good guy. He's really nice. And I was like, maybe I'll get the next one.
No,
And he was like, I can't do the laugh. He did his laugh and was like, yeah, and just walked away. And I was like, oh fuck. And that was it. It was just awkward. I don't know why I,
I love
said
you,
any
but that
of
was
that.
paynful.
I don't
that
know
was
why-
really painful, man.
Yeah. I don't
that
know why I
just
said any of it.
endeared you to me so much. You're now like my favorite person. Because like nobody knows what to do in those situations. Like it is like the first thing you think of when you see Seth Rogen is like, oh yeah, I auditioned for his movie.
Yeah.
You don't have those barriers of like, oh, I want to treat you like a person right now because he's just like on your screen all the time.
Yeah, and I'm usually really good with that stuff. Just because growing up I had a lot of experiences with famous people, but it was just something in the air and at Saturday Night Live was just I was thrown and I
Yeah.
saw it was just me and him in a hallway, him walking out of a bathroom, me walking into that bathroom.
How many years ago was this?
This was like 3 years ago.
3 years ago. Okay.
This is like 1398.
1398.
Yeah.
Oh,
This
yeah.
is like when the first beginning of
Great
SNL.
skincare, may I say.
Yeah. Oh, thanks.
It's when Lauren was like 40.
Oh, yes.
But yeah, that's my one of my
Wow.
one of my like awkward celebrity
Okay,
stories.
well that's when I was asked like first time I was ever asked like, oh, do you have any bad celebrity it was like what's something that a celebrity did that was really bad on this sounds like it was just an awkward occurrence.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
But that Seth Rogen didn't really do anything wrong.
No.
No,
That's
it didn't
what I
either.
mean when I say bad celebrity story.
I
Like, he
see,
wasn't bad.
okay.
It was just like so awkward.
Yeah.
I got you.
And that's all. I've very luckily never had any like evil celebrity stories.
That's good.
Oh, thank goodness.
I will say I don't think I have said this, but I think one of the most awkward celebrity encounters I had was that in 2019 I was working at an art exhibit, and then a chef who I had recognized from Chef's Table, who you guys can look up. His name is Ivan Orkin. He has an amazing story. He has amazing ramen restaurants, and he came in with his wife, who I also recognized because she was on Chef's Table, and I pointed at him. I was like, "Oh my God, Ivan Ramen," and he was like, "Not my name."
all right.
Shit.
And I was like, "I'm so sorry, Ivan Orchid." Yes, no, Ivan Orchid. Is there anything I can talk to you about the art? I love your ramen. I was like spluttery and stuff, but he was like very like kind after. It was fine,
Yeah.
but it was totally on my part. There was like, yeah.
It's funny when you get into those like awkward
Yeah.
moments where you're not trying to be weird or anything. You're just
Yeah.
saying like what you know the person from or
Yeah.
something. And
It's the ramen restaurant I took you to.
yes,
it was
yeah.
his.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think you may have told me the story when
Yes,
we were there.
I may have,
Okay,
yeah.
Maybe you made his day though, because I can't imagine how much Ivan Ramen.
Maybe.
He gets in the
recognized.
car afterwards with his family. He's like, "That motherfucker called me Ivan Ramen." So pissed off.
Yeah.
They're like, please, Ivan, don't. Like his wife's like, please don't. And he's like, oh, I can't take this shit anymore. I'm not Ivan Ramen. I'm Ivan
Orkin. Yeah. No, but the worst celebrity story, I will not say this person's name, but at that same job.
I'll say it.
Yeah, you
I'll
can.
say it.
No, I don't know who it is.
Oh, yeah, no. I'll tell.
Prince Harry.
Um,
Just kidding, it wasn't.
I
It
will.
was Prince William.
It was Prince.
All right, you know what?
Classic.
I'll bleep it out, but I'll say it right now. It is
Oh.
So what happened was I was working at that art exhibit, and so it was like big opening night. Listeners, they've listened to me say it. I'll try to like make it brief.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm working there, and I have like a list of celebrities and other VIPs that are approved to go in. And like, let's say you come up and you're on the list, so you go, "Hi, my name is Josh
Hey, what's
Flitter."
up, fuckface?
Hey,
That's
how
what
you
I would do.
doing?
I would walk up and say that.
Hey, what's up, fuckface? Yeah.
Hey, what's up, fuckface?
And I go, "Oh, what's your name?"
Fuckface.
It's fuck. No, it's,
What's up, fuckface? Hi, my name is also Fuckface.
I'm also fuck.
We have
I
so
wasn't
much in
saying it
common.
as
You
an
wanna be
insult.
best
I was saying it
friends?
because, yes, I'm Josh Flitter.
Oh, yes, I see your name right here. Here is your wristband that will get you into all the other VIP events for the night, and I hope you enjoy the art exhibit.
I hope you enjoy the rest of your life.
I thank you very
You
much.
sad,
Kiss, kiss.
pathetic piece
Yes,
of
yes.
shit.
Which is great. That's generally how every other person who came up, that's how it
Yeah.
went. Very courteous, very easy. This individual walks up to me and he goes, puts his hand out to me just like that.
Like kiss the
And-
ring.
Yeah, very much like kiss the ring. And I had to put the wristband, it was like a rubber wristband, and I had to stretch it to put it on his wrist. And then I was like, I was just shocked that this happened. And I was like, okay, enjoy the exhibit. And then he just walked right inside, did not say thank you, did not once look me in the eye.
I would have just put my mouth on his fingers. I would have just been like,
Yeah.
You suck like Fingy by
yeah,
Fingy.
you got suckly fingies.
Yeah. I like the pinky more than the index.
I just want to say it right here, right now. You got suckly looking fingies.
suckly looking.
That's. I just want to address it.
That's a potential episode title. Suckly looking Fingy.
Suckly looking
Suckly
fingies.
looking finger.
I just want to get it out of the way.
Yeah.
Your fingers look suckly. Should I say that on a date?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you should.
You went, yeah.
I think you should make it like are you on Hinge?
Yeah. I'm on Raya.
Are you really?
Raya.
Lucas has been trying to get on Raya.
I'll send you I have a like an invite.
Oh, great. Because
can-
I've been waitlisted.
He's been
Oh,
on the
you've
wait
been
list.
waitlisted?
for
I was
a long
waitlisted.
time.
Do you know,
so
can I
that
tell you?
might make things because I have a different friend who's waitlisted, and I gave him my referral, and he still hasn't gotten on.
Oh.
I'll send it to you anyway.
Okay.
I don't give a shit
Yeah.
Nice.
unless you
Fuck
want
the
it.
system. Oh, I mean, maybe.
You guys
All
are gonna
right.
have to fight for it.
Yeah. Oh.
You fight to the death.
Yeah,
and
I
film
want a
it for
gladiator
Raya.
situation going on here.
Does Raya have the same features as Hinge, like voice prompts and stuff?
No, it's just I can show it to you.
Oh, yeah. I want to see what it
I've
looks
never
like.
even seen
I
one.
want to
Yeah.
see the interface.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Bro,
No, it's literally just pictures of people. So it's set up where like it's the picture of the person, like their main picture. Then you tap on it, and it does a slideshow, and you can put a song behind it, like whatever song you want. And then there's just a bio. You're cracking up. You're like, this is so fucking bougie.
sorry, what? It puts a slideshow.
Yeah, it's a slideshow.
To what? Like my heart will go
PowerPoint?
on.
You can
by
put any
singing.
song. You can put any song you want. Let me see what song I have. You hold on. I'll tell you what song
Oh,
I have.
wait. Can we guess what song it is?
Yes.
Gabby, what are you
I
thinking?
want to guess like the funniest possibility it could be.
I'm thinking Danger Zone by Kenny Loggins.
No, God, it's not funny enough.
Oh, damn.
Oh, actually, I forgot I changed to a song. This is just a shout out to this band. It's actually really sad. I'm gonna be really sad for a second.
Oh.
The band is called Hers, and the song's called What Once Was. It's these two guys who I believe they were from England. They were like 22 years old. They're like put out like one album, and they were going on this tour, and they got in a car accident. They both passed away. And their music is fantastic.
Oh my
and
God.
I found them. I saw them on TikTok. Someone had posted a video of them playing live, and I was like, wow, this band's awesome. And I looked at the comments to see who it was, and everyone was like, rest in peace. Oh my God, this is so sad, whatever.
Aw.
And
Oh
I
my
looked it
God.
up, and it was like a couple years ago, and I checked out their album, and it's amazing. And I was just so bummed
Oh, I gotta
out.
check it out.
But
that's-
it's really, really good. And yeah, they're called Hers. But yeah, the
That's
song is
awful.
called What Once Was. So
I don't know why that reminds me, but like, there was a song by Jim Croce.
Yeah.
You Don't Mess Around with Jim that I found because of Stranger Things, and I never listened to Jim Croce before. I was like, this guy's so good.
Yeah.
And then I found out that he died in a plane crash when he was like 32.
It's crazy.
So
Yeah.
sad. Yeah.
It's terrible.
Why do people have to die?
Why do people have to die?
I don't like that. I
Yeah.
don't like that one bit. It's
Yeah.
that definitely makes it a lot less funny. The song I was gonna
What were you gonna say,
was
Jess?
so
What were you
freaking
saying? Come
What
on,
were you
do
gonna
it.
say? You gotta say.
I thought maybe it was like, oh my god, what's that song that's like about? Oh, Pumped Up Kicks.
Oh no!
the kids. We probably can't do that. We'll get demonetized if I
Yeah,
do
yeah.
anymore. But
Don't
yeah.
sing it. Don't
No.
sing it.
No, it's not. It's not that. For a while, it was "Never Had the Balls" by Rex Orange County,
Oh, very good.
and
Okay.
then it was some 1975 song. I don't know. I love them.
You love
Okay.
the 1970s.
I'm
Oh,
such
yeah.
a soft boy. I
You
love,
are. I
yeah.
can tell.
Yeah, I love. Oh,
Do you like
God.
the National?
I do like the National. I don't
love the
love the
National.
National, but I like the National.
Yeah, fair enough.
But yeah, they're good. Oh yeah, so Raya, yes,
Yes.
You it's a slideshow to the song, and then you have a little bio, and that's all it is, and then you just either see people who are famous or not famous. It's not only for famous people, which is what I thought it was. I thought when I got on it, it was gonna be like, I'm gonna see every celebrity in New York City. It's just they just go through your Instagram and like verify you essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that actually I've heard it's like not a lot of famous people on there.
It's the thing that I see more than anything that I don't match with them are just like literal models. Like their
Like-
job is
Yeah.
like model at Wilhelmina or something.
Yeah.
Right.
I swipe right on them, but
But they're not swiping right on you.
I'm
don't know
putting
what
myself
that
out there. You know, we're doing it. We're trying to
Hey,
make
you
shit
got
move.
suckly fingies?
Hey.
I message all of them that immediately, and I don't know if that's why I'm not getting matches.
Do you want suckly fingies?
You want? That
My
sounds like
fingies
what is
are
that? Who is
particularly-
that? Who is that voice that you're doing?
What?
You do. You was like, do you want suckly fingies?
It's probably something from
That's
Big Mouth.
Lucas's native voice.
Yeah, mine.
Native voice?
I meant like I guess native is the wrong word.
Wait, are you saying that's my natural voice? Is that what you're trying to
That's
say?
for sure what I was trying to say. I was not trying to say it was your native voice.
Yeah, I was like, expand on that.
I didn't
Yeah.
mean like Native
We're
American.
listening.
That's my impression.
You're all listening and learning and striving to do better,
Yeah, Lucas, do your Native American voice that you were just doing. Come on, guys. Get
It's
it
the one
together.
you were doing right before the pod. We pulled this one. I don't know if I want to call it a prank, but we pulled this thing on another guest who's a friend of ours, and we were like, Meredith, can you tell the viewers what you were just talking about 3 seconds before we started recording about how you said the Holocaust wasn't real?
Yeah.
You do that to me, and I'm gonna be like, I'm Jewish, so
Yeah.
did you want to? Did you
So
want
it super wasn't real.
So it super wasn't real. No, I am Jewish, and it was definitely real. Yeah. What kind of prank? You guys didn't want to pull a prank on me? Now I feel like I'm not that special.
It's coming.
We could just be violent. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, we could just throw hands.
Or we could do something when you least expect it.
Oh yeah.
Do you have like
What's that behind you? Made you
A
laugh.
window.
Do you have like for this? Do you have because I've for sure listened to full episodes.
Okay.
Do you have like a thing that you do that like at a certain point you're like, oh, we ask every guest X.
Yes.
we do.
But it's a
Okay.
surprise.
Yeah.
That's the prank.
That's the prank.
That's the prank.
I don't
Yeah,
wanna
that's the
know
prank.
this is coming.
Oh yeah, it's coming. It's coming. It's coming.
It's a big
Yeah.
old prank. I wanted to ask you from researching you so intently. By researching, I mean Googling you once, being
all
like,
you need.
"Whoa, you have Wikipedia."
Brag.
Yeah, I didn't do my research.
Anyone can edit it, and it's been edited by my friends sometimes, and
Yeah.
we have to go on and
One of
edit it.
my favorites was one time I was watching Tosh.0 way back when, and
Was that in your
Great
Ray
time.
William Johnson days?
yeah.
I think Daniel Tosh was better than Ray William Johnson,
Daniel-
and I will die on that hill.
I agree. But no, he had this bit where he put out a blast to everyone who follows him saying, hey, please do whatever you want with my Wikipedia article. And the first line
jeez.
when he read it aloud on his show, he said, Daniel Tosh, pronounced smegma.
Oh, yep. There you go.
That killed me.
Oh, phenomenal! What do your
Yeah.
friends put on your Wikipedia?
Oh, yeah.
They would just like I think just one time someone said like it was like Josh Flitter grew up in like Marlboro, New Jersey. whatever. It was like, it is a child star or was a child star and still wants to be or something like that. Like, it was a lot of like those kind of things. It was like has said, which this I guess is true. It was like has said on his many social media platforms that he wishes to be famous again. And I was like, I have said that. But I don't know who went
Was it
on
under
it.
personal life?
Yeah, under like personal life. It's just
Oh
like
my-
wants to be famous.
Yeah. Wait, can I tell you that so on like I'm not on Wikipedia, but I am on like a couple things that say like that have like my
Oh,
birthday.
you're on
and
like
stuff.
famous birthdays.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. And they say when it comes to personal life, they say his mom has appeared on his social media accounts.
That's one of your facts.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
is kind of true. Yeah.
When you go on dates, if the person's like, give me 3 facts about you, what's your answer?
Yeah, what are your facts?
do they know anything about me?
No, like you're 3 fun facts, but you also
Oh.
are trying to impress them, so you don't want to be like, number 1, I'm a TikTok star.
Yeah.
Number 2, I got suckly fingies.
I got soup. And number three,
refer to 1 and 2.
yes.
Okay, what would I say? That's probably I would say that I can do a variety of animal voices. That's
Can you now?
I can.
What's your worst one?
I'm just thinking about what woman is like,
Yeah.
you what?
Yeah, give me your best one right now.
Well, it's not like I can go, hey, huge dick. I can. No. What would you want someone to say? In what realm would you?
Okay, fact
Ooh,
number
good
1.
question.
Hairy brain. Oh,
Hairy brain.
really hairy brain.
Okay.
What does that even mean?
You won't know it unless you have one.
I got nothing. That's probably because I don't have a hairy brain.
Hairy brain. Fact
That's-
number 2. Can sing, dance, but cannot act. Very arousing.
Okay.
Is this what you went to? Because that school that Timothy Chalamet went to, that's like the fame school or whatever.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Did you go there for singing and dancing but not acting?
I went there specifically for acting, and it messed me up for life, baby.
But
Whoa,
you came out
so you
with
can act.
amazing dancing and singing skills,
Yeah,
totally
yeah.
accidentally.
Well, just one day it all hit. I was like, I can't act, but I can dance and sing.
You
I
can
can't-
definitely act. I believe you can act.
yeah, you can.
I'm acting right
Very
now.
good director.
Oh, yeah?
Because
Oh yeah, he was in a scene of mine.
because
Well, not of mine, but
yeah, it was a scene that Gabby had to direct for her screenwriting master's class.
Got it.
And so I acted out a scene from High School Musical.
Yeah.
Oh,
He
yeah.
was by
It was-
Troy Bolton.
Who'd
And
you
it was
play?
a
Oh,
lot
you
of-
played
I was
Troy?
Troy, yeah.
Troy, yeah.
Were you soaring and flying?
I did not sing. There was no soaring and flying involved.
There's not a star in
However,
heaven
there
that you
was,
can't reach?
There
You
was a
can't reach.
Letterman jacket that Gabby owns. That
Oh yeah, I
she-
gave him the Letterman jacket, and it was way too small.
and my arms are just extending out so far.
Just looks like you were growing out.
Yeah,
of
yeah,
it.
yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah, that's fun fact number 3. If someone cannot fit in a Letterman jacket,
Oh,
That's very
Yeah,
arousing.
that's your fun. I
Nice.
can't fit in a Letterman jacket.
I can't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When did how long have you two known each other?
We've known each other for how long? Like a little over.
I think we met just before the pandemic started.
Yeah, yeah,
We
yeah.
met
So,
like
like-
doing mics.
Yeah, like 2.5
Yeah.
years,
Got
just
it.
about. Yeah.
Okay.
I think we met for the first time at Eastville, a comedy club, because we just sat at the same
Yes.
table.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that was really a great
That was a
time.
good day.
Oh, getting
trying-
like no, you go ahead.
I'm trying to think of like other fun facts that I would bring up. I would say, I mean, like I have a stand-up bit about it, but I would say that like my first memory is getting interrogated by the TSA.
That is a fun fact.
I don't think I've heard that.
No,
story.
yeah, that's a bit.
That's like a core memory that you have.
yeah.
Wow.
It is kind of fucked up.
It is.
Were they interrogating you?
Okay, interrogating is a strong word, but this is what it's. I'm probably exaggerating just a bit. This is what actually happened at the
Have you
airport.
told this story on here before, so your listeners don't have to be
Actually,
like,
not on here.
we
It's
keep
just part of his
hearing-
stand-up.
Okay. So this is
These listeners, they're sick of
Yeah.
our shit.
I just care about the listeners so
You're
much.
so sweet.
this
Thank
is
you.
okay. This is what actually
That sounded
You know what?
fake.
Wait, what'd you
Oh
say?
my god,
You're so sweet. Oh my God.
Oh my god, your fingies are so snuggly.
Okay, so
I'm going through Heathrow Airport with my mom. I'm maybe like 2 or 3 years old.
they're like,
and-
"Oi!" That's how British people
Almost.
talk, right?
Almost. No, I mean you're not
In
far.
it.
No, but so like my mom is like holding me on her hip, like she's just holding me like this.
Sure.
And then we get stopped because they they have a suspicion that I might be her hostage.
Oh God.
Yeah, this was the thing. Oh, later on, years later, we've been like fully kept from flights. We were just not allowed to board the plane.
Are you serious?
Yes. That's that. But in this point when I'm like a toddler, so my mom's and we're walking through, but we get pulled aside, and then this very cockney like customs officer, he speaks just to me, and he says, "Right, who's your mum?" And I'm like, I couldn't talk at this point, but I could understand what people were saying. So my mom is still holding me, so I just point to my mom, who I'm just holding. I was like, this lady.
Were you like 4?
I was like 2 or 3.
Did you just say 2 or 3?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. I was, let's say 3, and so I just pointed to my mom, who I was like holding on to, and then they were like, "All right, you can go through."
Oi,
But it was
Who's your mom?
Oh,
Who's your mom?
That's so haunting.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because it
Who's
feels like
your
saying,
mom?
"Who's your daddy?"
Yeah, I
but
was
in,
about to
like-
say.
yeah.
I'm happy you said it.
If you're
Yeah.
a sports fan, you know that people say this all the time.
yeah, in Indiana.
Yeah.
They say,
The
"Who's
Hoosiers.
your mom?" Oh, who's your mom? Oh, who's
Yeah.
your mom? At
In
the
Indiana,
pies.
in Indiana they go, "Oi, who's your daddy?"
Oi, who's your daddy?
They
All right.
say it. It's not common.
Was it Jason Statham that came
Yeah.
up to you and did it?
I'm the daddy.
yeah.
I'm your dad. That's who I am. That's my Jason Statham. Yeah.
Is he
not bad.
British?
He is.
Yeah.
I've never heard him speak.
What do you? Have you never seen Crank? You're not watching Crank on the daily? You don't wake up every morning and watch Crank?
I gotta start waking up to Crank. Like, you know, in 50 First Dates when Drew Barrymore wakes up to a video every day? I should start doing that, but with Crank.
But with Crank.
Yeah.
You know what that movie's about?
Crank.
Yeah. Crank, yes.
Yeah.
He is like always about to die and he has to keep his heart rate up.
By electrocuting
By
himself.
electrocuting himself. And one time he needs to keep his heart rate up, so he just starts having sex in public with Amy Smart's character. They just start having sex. Like at like a horse race or something, because he's like, I gotta keep my heart rate up or else I'm gonna die. And she's like, well, let's fuck. And they do. And that's Crank.
What an insane
I've never seen the
plot
movie.
for a movie.
I don't believe that about Jason Statham. He's a very fit man.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Yeah. No, isn't it like a
We don't-
machine or something that
I
is
think it's like
implant-
his heart. I don't know. I've never
Oh,
seen
no,
it.
I think I remember. I
You've
think
never seen it.
I've never
You
seen Crank.
fucking fraud.
I remember the trailer. He gets it's like a mechanical heart.
Yes.
That's
It's like
replaced.
Iron Man.
Yeah,
It's
yeah, yeah.
essentially Iron Man.
Yeah.
It sounds so much better.
Crank, Iron Man. It's essentially the same thing.
Yeah. Terminator.
Wake up every morning and watch Crank.
Again, what? iRobot
Yeah, iRobot.
with Will Smith.
Oh my god.
That
yeah.
movie is good.
Is
iRobot.
it?
It's
Yeah.
a great movie. Oh,
Never
yeah, it's a
saw
very
it.
good
It's a
movie.
Good movie. You never saw it?
No, I
You should
never
watch
saw it.
Crank.
I'm gonna watch Crank.
You know, if you like iRobot, you like Crank.
You like Crank.
Yeah.
If you like Titanic, you'll really like Crank.
Man, if you like Schindler's List, you'd love Crank.
If you like Schindler's List,
If you like Schindler's List, you will also love Julie and Julia.
if you like Julie and Julia, you'll also like
Crank.
Crank.
Oh yeah, what's it like? What was it like being a child? I meant to
that
ask
old-
you 30
that
minutes
old
ago.
chestnut.
It was like being a child actor?
Yeah.
Well, something I did. Well, more specifically, what was your first audition like? Do you remember that?
I do not remember my first audition.
Wow.
But I know like how it all started. I was just a little kid in New Jersey, and my mom, I've told this story 100 billion times. My mom was just got a phone call one day, and there was on the caller ID, it said like TM Talent Management, like agency. My mom was like, that's weird. My mom was an actress. She never was like really successful. She did a lot of off-Broadway stuff. She sang on The Spirit of New York, which is a ferry.
line? Oh, yeah,
It's a ferry, and she sang at one point with Idina Menzel, with Adele Dazeem.
Adele Dazeem.
Adele
I
Dazeem.
love her.
Yeah, they were on the boat. They like overlapped at some point because she's younger than my mom. So my mom was like 30 or 29 or something, and Adele Dazeem was like probably 20 or 21. But anyway,
How often do you think she gets called Adele Dazeem on a daily basis?
I don't know. I think she should just legally change her name to that because that's what we're all thinking anyway.
John Travolta was thinking it. When I think about Adele Dazeem, I think about her amazing pop album that was really
24?
unheralded.
25? 30?
I Stand, it was called.
I'm
Oh, you're talking about Adele.
yeah.
Real Adele.
I was doing an Adele bit.
Oh, class. See, we don't really do Adele bits here.
We don't do Adele bits?
No.
I came on here
You can swear. You can,
Not
you can
was
yell slurs.
Not since she said what she said.
Not since the accident.
Yeah. Oh no, the accident was different. That was
There's the trolley problem. See, you know those 10 hot women, and then the no
Adele
one?
was the switch.
She was driving the trolley.
She was the one driving the trolley.
Yeah.
Anyway, back before the
Back
bits.
to you.
Back before the bits.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. So my mom had worked at like Paramount for a little bit. She was in and around the entertainment industry, and she got this phone call and was like, "Hello," very confused. I was 3 or 4 at the time. Let's say 4. And it was this woman, Tamara Markowitz. She's still an agent or a manager in New Jersey. She's fantastic. She was asking to have like her daughter wanted to have a play date with my brother, I have an older brother named Scott. And my mom was like, "Oh yeah, sure, but just curious, why does this say like TM?" She goes, "Oh, I'm a children's talent manager." And my mom goes, "Well, I have this son, Josh, who's really funny," and she goes, "Bring him on over." Brought me over, and she was like, immediately, "Let's send him on auditions for commercials and TV." And I just started booking commercials like immediately.
Wow.
I loved it. Can you believe I like being the center of attention?
I cannot.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
You're just so
And here you are
self-effacing.
doing improv.
Here I am
the,
doing-
the least attention seeking.
You can be a
The
good
least
yeah.
attention deserving.
Well, that's why. I mean, I can't believe I haven't done stand up yet, because that's just like inject selfishness into your
Yeah.
veins.
Put it in my veins.
It's fun.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
fun.
But
Trying to force you to do it.
I know.
I'm
I
trying.
Know.
You got to do some
I
stand
know.
up.
I'm going to. It freaks me out. It freaks me out.
You really just gotta. It's a Band-Aid you have to rip off.
Yeah.
It feels so good when you do it.
once you're done, you get the bug and you're like, oh, I want to do this more.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's exactly what. I also got to go to like one with like a good crowd and people that are
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
they'll
Yeah.
know it's like my first time doing it, and like,
Generally also, and this goes to anyone else who's watching, but it's like and listening, is that if you say at an open mic, "Oh, this is my first time," immediately people are going to be a little more forgiving.
Yeah.
In a way that's
Oh,
good for
yeah.
just getting you over that hump.
Generally, everyone will applaud.
Yes.
Yeah. For seeing bad, like I've seen people do bad stand up, like really, really bad. And they're people who are like so confident that they're good. And I think about it, I'm like, well, I know that I already would be better than that.
Yes.
You know what I
Yes.
mean? Just because
Absolutely.
like you just know that you're better than that. And if they're going up and doing it, I know that I can go up and at least it won't go, because I'm not going to go up and say anything insane. It just might not be that funny. And then, but people will just be like, okay, well, you missed a couple of jokes, but that's it.
Yeah.
You know, it's not going to be like, burn him,
No.
take him outside and fucking kill him.
Yeah.
So it's not.
I've
gonna be
had
like,
those nightmarish thoughts as well.
Yeah?
Oh, for sure. When I
Yeah.
was first starting to think about stand up, I was like, oh my god, people are gonna hate me. They're gonna ostracize me. They're gonna like push me off a ledge.
Yeah.
Like I was.
I do
I have
wonder
to
what
buy
it
a
would
ledge
take
now.
for
Yeah.
you to say something.
I have to find a ledge.
They're going to push you off a ledge that you have to buy.
Yeah, they're
on
gonna
your
make
own
you buy the
Yeah.
ledge. Yeah.
We
Hey,
all-
fuckface! We're gonna push you off this ledge.
It's on my credit card bill. It's
Yeah.
like, oh yeah.
Hey, fuckface, who's your mum?
Hey,
Buy
hey,
this
fuckface.
ledge.
Hey, fuckface, where's your ledge?
Buy yourself a ledge. We need to do a wee push.
We need to do a wee push.
Come on.
It would take so much, Lucas. I know your material. It would take so much for people to throw pitchforks at you, even to walk someone. Like, you've never walked anyone, right?
Wait, walk
Walk
Wait,
someone? What does that mean?
Like
We
someone.
both
is-
just said the exact same time.
Oh, in my material during my set, someone walks.
Yeah. So when
if someone like leaves the room and leaves.
Oh, that's just
your
like the
set-
term for it. If someone
Yeah,
like
yeah,
it's
while
when
you're
you
doing
walk.
shit.
Yeah, I'm sorry, my brain farted. Yeah, that's walking
Well,
someone.
I needed to know for myself anyway to
I
have
know.
anxiety about. So thank you for
Yeah,
giving me that.
in my
It'll happen.
memory.
No, I'm kidding.
I
It-
don't think I've walked someone, but it probably has happened. I'm
Why
pretty
would
sure.
I mean? I've seen it happen during good stand-ups where someone just like needs to leave the room or
Yeah.
something.
No, shit happens. Yeah, shit
that's
goes on.
different. I've seen like people like we have a comedian friend who was making what I thought was honestly a pretty funny joke about how he and his friend were in LA and they like went to Compton and
Oh, I know. Yeah.
he was just kind of like, I see why people think it's scary in the movies. It was a bit of a scary place, but it wasn't like a racist bit. He was talking about the lived experience of it. And this woman like just left the room.
It was a trio of women.
It was a trio.
It was a trio of women.
And
yeah.
it-
Two really consoling one.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I mean, you can also never. It's one of those weird balancing things where it's like you're going to a comedy show. There's going to be stuff that
Yeah.
might not be great, like for you to
Yeah.
hear, but also a balance of like, okay, there will be stuff that some people don't want to hear, and like,
Yeah.
no, I guess knowing that, and when you're a stand-up, if you do a thing and someone gets like, maybe they just had this really triggering experience,
Yeah.
in this
To
really
her-
specific place,
And to her credit, if you were that affected by that bit, I can't think of a better thing she could have done.
right, then just
Like
that's
to
what I'm saying.
leave,
Like
yeah.
leaving,
Truly.
yeah. It's one thing like if that person starts heckling the comedian, then it's
Yeah.
like you came to a comedy show and now we're going back and forth and it's this awkward thing. But like if you're uncomfortable and you get up and you leave, it's
That
sort
is
of
you
like,
taking care of yourself and
yeah.
not
Yeah.
making anyone else's problem. It was the perfect thing.
Yeah.
I went out to like see how she was doing. I was just curious, and
like, you went out, you're like, oi,
Boy, who's your daddy?
who's your mom?
no, but I said, hey, I'm not involved in the show, but I just wanted to ask, are you okay? And she like snapped at me. She was like, I don't want to listen to any other white men tonight.
Oh, okay.
And I just said, I can see you don't want to talk. I will leave you alone.
Yeah.
And then I just walked away.
I just think it would have, like, it is on its face true, but it would have been funny if you just been like,
My
actually,
mom's black.
I am
Like-
black.
yeah.
yeah. No, I was like, I don't want to add plot right
Do you
now.
ever? Do people ever, when you say it, go like, prove it?
No, but they do go, no, you're not.
Yeah,
they do.
okay,
They
yeah. I
do
guess
that
that's
a
the
lot.
essential-
There
or
was
the-
actually a time, kind of recently, it was a few months ago, where I was at a open mic, and there was this comedian who went up and mentioned that he was Sudanese, and he saw me laughing a lot more at his joke, and he was very much looking at me, and everyone would like turn to me, and I was like, oh, I'm Sudanese as well, and he was like, no, you're not. And I was like, no, yeah, I am. My mom's from there. And he was like, oh yeah, what town? And I was like, Omdurman. And he went, what the fuck?
Okay, that's really
That's got to be
funny.
like a superpower that you
That's
have.
really
And then
funny.
he asked me to, and then he was like, get the fuck up. I need your whole life story. I was like, all right. Fine. Yeah.
That's very funny.
Yeah, it was nice. It was very nice.
You
yeah.
should have told that woman your whole life story.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to listen to a white man.
Funny you mentioned
Actually, my family's from. I'm not even gonna try it.
The Sudan. The Sudan.
no, I was gonna say that.
Omdurman. Omdurman.
Omdurman.
Yeah.
Omdurman.
Omdurman. Yeah, you got it.
Omdurman.
Omdurman. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was.
That's
It was.
cool.
It was. A
I'm
nice
like,
day.
my family's from Fair Lawn, New Jersey.
Yeah. Well,
crazy.
my dad is from Nutley, New Jersey.
Nutley.
Nutley.
Heyo.
Is that a real place?
Yeah, it is.
Yes.
I mean, I guess you didn't make it. He didn't make it up.
No.
You could have made it up. I could
Yeah.
have made up Fair Lawn.
You made it.
You-
Did you make it up?
Maybe. No, I didn't. No. My
Where
dad
is
grew up
it?
there. It's in Bergen County. It's like right across.
Oh, okay.
okay.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
that's very.
Yeah.
So
cool.
wait, when did you make the leap to New York? Was it like when you started booking more commercials, your family moved out there?
No, so I grew up in Marlborough, New Jersey, which is about an hour into central New Jersey. We exist and we're proud, and it's a real place. And I know people will go, there's a North and a South Jersey and no Central Jersey, and I go,
Fight Josh in the comments.
fuck you. Central Jersey, it's the best. So I grew up an hour outside of Manhattan, and my mom she's the greatest person in the world, would take me in and out of New York like
love
4 or
that.
5 times a week. She would drive me in and out, and I would go on auditions, book stuff, and we would fly places, LA, wherever, to film a commercial. And then I finally booked some small roles in movies. I was in Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
You were?
Yeah, I'm in for one scene. I beat up Jim Carrey. I was like 7 years old. And then I eventually in life beat him up by doing Ace Ventura Jr. So all across the board, I have been torturing Jim Carrey.
That's
Oh,
amazing.
Great.
No, I'm just kidding about that. He probably doesn't even know Ace Ventura Jr. exists, and he was a sweetheart when I worked with him. But yeah, so I was in, there's a scene where in Eternal Sunshine when he like goes back into his memory when he's a little kid and he gets beat up by like 4 bullies, and there's like a head bully. That's
the
me.
head bully. Yeah, you really got that head bully vibe.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
got that head bully.
Hey.
That's me. I got suckly fingies.
Yeah.
Suck
Suck 'em.
Suck 'em. So
You're
there-
gonna grow up to be Jim Carrey. Suck my face.
suck my fingers. Then I booked the first big role that I got in a movie was in The Greatest Game Ever Played, which was a story about the 1913 U.S. Open. It was Shia LaBeouf was the lead, and I played his caddy, which is these real people, Francis Ouimet and Eddie Lowry. And that was an amazing experience. I was 9, I turned 10 on set, and it was
Wow.
awesome.
That's awesome.
And then I lived in New Jersey this whole time. My parents kept me in public school. I would go to Marlboro Middle School and like go do a movie and come back to Marlboro Middle School. And it was cool because everyone was cool about it. My teachers were amazing about it. The kids at school thought it was super cool that there was like a famous person in school.
Yeah, I
but
love
we were
that.
also still friends. So it would be like, I'd go to like the 8th grade dance and still just be like a kid there.
Yeah.
But
That's
it was
great.
also like, oh, when are you leaving to do another movie kind of thing?
It seems like you kind of got the best of both worlds.
I did.
Definitely sounds like it.
Yeah, I grew up in a really great town where there was like there weren't like traditional bullies. Like there was no like shoving kids into lockers or anything. Everyone was kind of
There were
friends with
alt
everybody.
bullies?
They were alt bullies. Yeah,
bullies,
yeah. Well, then then cyberbullying became a thing
Oh,
in
yeah.
high school. Man. And there were I had like I was lucky. Well, okay. So hold on, I can go through a whole thing here, but I was good with everyone who I knew. But when I did Ace Ventura Jr., specifically, there was a lot of hate online from strangers towards a 13-year-old kid because I murdered their favorite franchise.
Oh yeah, right. You did do that.
Yeah, I did. You're right. You did do that. You did murder a
crazy.
franchise.
It's crazy.
I can't believe
You're
we put
past.
a murderer on the podcast. They say, fool me once.
Yeah. Did you have a murderer on here in the past?
Well, Meredith
Or
did say
I'm
the
fooling you
Holocaust
once.
wasn't real.
Yeah.
No, we had another one.
Got it. Okay.
So someone who lies about murder. Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. But after I did that movie, Twitter like just became a thing.
Oh my god.
And even more than that, there was like IMDb message boards, which were big time.
Yeah.
So I went on there to be like, I wonder what people are saying about my movie that I'm the lead of.
Oh.
And it was just like a lot of grown men calling me like a fat little F word slur.
I'm
and,
sorry.
like
Yeah.
this piece of shit needs to kill himself and all this stuff. Like he ruined the franchise and he sucks and whatever. And I was reading it like, that's not what I was expecting.
Yeah.
But I have a very good family and they were all like, listen, we thought, this kind of thing could happen because people are evil and they will go online and just type away hiding behind a screen. But there was also a lot of love for it from people like my age and our age at the time and stuff. And now I've sort of taken the power of that movie and turned it into like, I love talking about it and I love the lore that's been created outside of it because of like my Twitter and TikTok and stuff where I'll always make jokes about it and I'll post pictures on the set and I make fun of it. Like I know what the movie is. I know it's really silly and that there was like an Ace Ventura Jr. I get it. But I still like, I'm proud of it. I loved doing it and it's hilarious. Like it's so stupid.
Yeah.
But I loved it. But I've become like friendly with the production company and they're social media people and we sometimes post stuff together where like I'll post an Ace Ventura thing and they'll repost it or they'll post something and I'll repost it. And it's sort of like become really a part of the storyline of Ace Ventura. Like I've forced that hand where like, whether you like it or not, Ace Ventura Jr. is canon.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
I love that.
What do you think now that I imagine you've been to therapy?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I had it today from
fuck yeah.
1:00 today.
I love
Beautiful.
that. What do you think it was like if you've like thought about it at all that like made those grown men so threatened?
I understand, like I get the feeling of like this thing is my thing. Like when you listen to a band that you love and then all of a sudden people get into it later and you're like, there's the little bit of pride where you're like, it's my band that I knew about and other people didn't know about it. Not that other people didn't know about Ace Ventura, the franchise, but they grew up with it and it became such an important thing to them. It's like, think about if Stranger Things, like 15 years from now.
Yeah, no, well, something I wanted to ask you, but please consider, but something I wanted to ask you also is, do you think that other child actors, let's say child stars, like people on like Stranger Things that like these kids that have like grown up on the show, do you feel like they are raised in a better environment?
Yes and no. I think that social media is terrifying and dangerous for young people specifically, especially young women, but definitely young men. And it's a place that like I have made mistakes on when I was, 14, 15 years old, and I went back and scrubbed a lot of old tweets that like, because I thought they were funny jokes. But I was 15 years old and had Twitter. And it was 2011,
Yeah.
And now it's like, and that was for 1,000 followers at the time. Gaten Matarazzo, just picking a random person like on Stranger Things, Dustin, like he's one of the actors on that. He's got millions of followers on Instagram and Twitter and stuff. He's growing up. He's 14 years old with millions of people that are listening to what he's saying and seeing what he's saying and posting. You got to be really careful.
Yeah.
And it's scary too, because people want to jump in your DMs and want stuff from you. And when you're a kid, you don't know what any of that means. And you're like, oh, this is kind of cool. And you have all that power. Whereas when I was growing up, if someone wanted to get in contact with me, it would be like through my publicist or through my agents. And there was no direct line to me.
Yeah.
So it's different, but there's more fame to be had right away, because like you do a show and all of a sudden you get all these followers, and then it's a self-fulfilling kind of thing where like, well, I have millions of followers, so now I can work more because everyone knows who I am.
Yeah.
But then it also comes with the dangers of like being 14 or 15 and having millions of followers. So like I hated Justin Bieber growing up. I hated him because he was my age and he was famous and he was pissing in buckets and he was whipping cars down the street and whatever. But then I think about it now and I'm like, well, shit, he was just like a 15-year-old kid who was making mistakes, but in front of millions of people. And I did dumb shit when I was 14 that no one knows about, that like, I threw a watermelon off of my roof. I'm just picking a random thing.
Yeah.
As kids do.
You sucked a stranger's fingers.
I sucked a stranger's fingers. No, but like if I had a McLaren when I was 16 years old, I would probably whip it down the street going 100 miles an hour.
Oh, yeah. That
Like,
does remind me. Did you see the Comedy Central roast of Justin Bieber?
yes.
It was one of my favorite roasts I've ever seen.
Yeah,
it
he
was
took it
so good.
Great.
He took it well. He dished it out, but then at the very end, he gave like a really sobering message where he said, "Hey, let's get real. I came into this industry when I was really little.
Yeah.
And I was a kid at this time trying to navigate fame in this industry, and I made a lot of mistakes because I was a kid. But he also said, hey, I'm trying to be better. I want to be someone people can look up to. And it was just a really sweet sort of like taking responsibility, but also being like, hey, don't blame me that much.
Yeah.
I also think he's sober now.
Yeah.
Which probably helps.
Yeah, there needs to be especially with kids, there needs to be a lot of forgiveness
Yes.
from like the public.
Yeah.
A lot more than there is, because I think a lot of people have done stupid shit and they would be embarrassed if they were in the other side and had someone saying to them like, oh, look at you for doing this thing. And it's like, you've done it, just no one knows that you've done it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it's just kind of one of these things that's like, I think about and I feel bad for the people who had to kind of go through the bad of it
That
for
are
it
just
to
like
be better
collateral
now.
damage, yeah.
Well, I always think about, I forget his name, Jake something, the kid who played young Anakin Skywalker in The Phantom Menace.
Right.
Who's been through a lot of shit because of how the public just treated him as a kid.
Yeah.
And at the time, there was no like anti-bullying stuff. There was no we should treat kids with kindness. It was just like, fuck this guy. He
Yeah.
ruined Star Wars. As if like the lines were written by him and he wasn't
I know.
Yeah,
directed to act that way. And as if he was not a child, and he like, I hope he's doing okay. I know he had gone through like very publicly gone through a lot of stuff, but like even, your classic Lindsay Lohans and Amanda Bynes's and,
You told me something that blew me away learning about Amanda Bynes, which is that on the Amanda Bynes show, she was the head writer.
she was one of the head writers. I don't know if she
One
was
of
the,
the-
yeah,
oh,
yeah.
okay.
But she wrote a lot of at like 10, 11 years old.
Yeah.
She wrote a lot of those sketches and characters. She created it.
I believe that 100%.
Yeah.
I always thought that show was incredible. I remember, oh my
I
God.
rewatched a sketch recently. I was like, this is hilarious.
We should watch some after the pod
Yeah,
if you
yeah,
could
yeah.
stick around.
Yeah,
for
I
a
will.
bit.
Yeah.
What was it? Moody's Point?
Moody's Point, yeah.
I don't think I know that.
Amanda, please.
Amanda, please.
Yeah. No, she like I forgot where I watched it. I don't remember if I told you
Yeah.
where it was that I saw this, but yeah, they were saying that like she was so set up to be like the youngest person on SNL, like a superstar comedic actress, because she was just this genius as a
Yeah.
child that was like
Like
creating
Mozart.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
and it's just terrible what has eventually happened to her, and I hope she's doing with same situation. I hope she's doing well. I don't, obviously I don't know.
I think she is sober now and she's doing all
Good.
right. And I think
hope
she's
so.
just trying to take care of herself
yeah.
now.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like, it's fucking crazy. And I worry, I just do worry. It's funny for like these kids, like the Stranger Things kids. I've never met any of them. I know they're all like 18 and 19 now. And just when they were growing up and I was watching the show, I was just like, statistically, one of them is not going to be okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I hope that that's not true.
Can I tell you? I may have. Did I bring up Noah Schnapp on the podcast?
Oh yeah, the we were talking about the Doja Cat thing.
Yeah.
With
Did
the-
you
Oh,
hear
I heard about
that?
this. Yeah.
Yeah. So for anyone who doesn't know, I think we spoke about it previously, but so there's a new actor on Stranger Things who kind of had he kind of blew up in season 4. The actor's name is Joseph Quinn. He does an amazing job playing Eddie Munson, and Doja Cat thought he was a bit of a cutie, and she slid into Noah Schnapp's DM. Somehow they started talking. I'm not sure who started, but they started talking, and she was like, "Hey, I think he's pretty cute. I'd love to hit him up." And then she goes, "Oh my God, maybe he has a girlfriend." Noah's like, "Oh no, he doesn't have a girlfriend. Please go ahead."
Yeah.
And then she's like, "Oh, what's his Instagram account?" And then he sends it to her. He's like, "Have a way at it." It's like very nice interaction. But then Noah Schnapp shares a screenshot of that conversation on TikTok, I think, and Doja Cat is really pissed because, like, understandably, a bit of her privacy was invaded.
Yeah.
A private conversation was made public. But at the same time, I feel for Noah Schnapp because I know, I obviously, I don't know for a fact, but I'm almost certain that he had no malice. He just thought it was like a funny interaction. Like, oh
Yeah.
my God, I got to bring these two together. Maybe something will happen. And it's like, and like, he just thought it was like a funny thing to share.
Maybe if she'd been chill about it, they'd just be married by now.
maybe, maybe, you know?
I find in that situation, like there's blame to be had for both sides.
Yes.
But there's also what I was just talking about, which is maybe that's why you brought it up. But like this kid's 18 or 19 years
Yeah.
old.
Yeah.
And he thinks it's funny.
I put myself in his shoes and I thought I could see myself making that kind of mistake.
When you were that age.
Exactly.
Yeah.
On
Yeah.
social media, I yeah.
Yeah. But like at the same time, from her side of it, it's like, yeah, I'm not reaching out to you as a celebrity. I'm reaching out to you as like, hey,
A person,
a
yeah.
person. Like if there was someone that maybe at like a stand-up show that I met that I saw that like messaged you and was like, hey, is this person single and would she be interested? That kind of thing. And if you screenshotted that and posted it, I'd be like, Lucas, dude, what the
Imagine
hell?
if I did.
That would be so fucking
Be like,
funny.
bro,
He's got a crush.
yeah. Like I messaged you like, hey, does she have suckly fingies?
Yeah.
But so I get that side of it, but
Should
also
I send this dick pic or this one? I'm like, no, that one's good.
I send
bro.
them to you. Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
like,
You do that thing on TikTok. What's the thing where people just like point to a screenshot?
oh yeah,
Oh,
when
yeah.
they're like, this is whatever, and it's just like,
It's just
Dick
the girl
pic.
stare, but Lucas is just staring with his little hand over his mouth, and it's like just your dick pics.
yeah. That would make sense too. You would have that reaction. You'd be like,
Oh my god, it's so deep. So deep.
Oh my god.
no, but so I understand.
Dick detective.
I gotta get out of here.
Yeah, you
Get
do.
out. I'm sorry. I apologize for
I,
him.
I do understand. Oh, there goes the mic.
There you go.
Both.
Oh wait, hold on. I'll tighten that.
Kiss it.
Kiss it. Thanks. That was so sweet.
That was so soft of him.
Yes, I do understand both
Soft
sides
boy.
of it. But yeah, I think there's forgiveness that it's not necessarily forgiveness, but he's going to learn from this. And like in 5 years from now, just like anybody, I'm just adjusting this,
Yeah.
we'll go, well, that was a stupid thing to do.
Yeah.
I really think people may disagree with me on this, and maybe it's not an educated point of view, but I think there needs to be an age minimum for social media, and it should be way higher than what a lot of people that
The
are
problem
on
is,
social
how do you enforce that?
Exactly.
You
How does
can.
that actually
also, a lot
happen?
of our listeners are pretty young, and I
It's-
think they're
it's true.
probably pretty mature.
It's true. It's
Yeah.
true.
But I mean,
a lot of people can handle it, but at the same time, it's just I really do think that social media can be volatile not in like as deadly as like driving or drugs are, and that it
It's a
can be
different kind.
addictive.
It's a different
It's
kind.
a different kind.
of
It's obviously it's a different
volatility,
kind, but it can be dangerous, and I
Yeah.
think that I do think there should be stronger guidelines.
Yeah, I don't want to be old man going like social media is bad. Kids, I love social media. I mean,
Yeah,
like
of course. We met
part of my
Did you
because
guys
of
career.
meet?
it.
Yeah, I was gonna ask how you guys met.
Yeah,
We met through Twitter and also through TikTok.
I think it was TikTok. I had followed you, and then I noticed that you followed me back like after a while, or
Yeah.
maybe because I think
He's
I followed
so
you
aloof,
first.
this guy.
and I was like, "Whoa, he follows me?" Because I was like, "You're a pretty big deal on TikTok." I was like, "This guy's funny." I think I commented on one of your videos saying like, "You have the only other John Mulaney impression that I think is like better than mine."
Do yours.
It's not. I'm not confident in it. It's mine that I do. My best version of it is like the Andrew Glauberman one, where he's pretty much talking like this the whole time. I
Yeah,
also
that's
lost my
pretty-
voice a little bit, so it's a little raspy.
It's still pretty good.
Thank
That's
you, but I
very
can't
good.
do like regular John Mulaney, where he's and it sounds like John Lovitz. I know that.
Yeah.
Where it's like
John Lovitz.
John Lovitz, where he pretty much talks like this all the time, and he's blah blah blah. I'm John Lovitz.
I mean, you
Yeah.
guys are doing great. I can't do a Mulaney.
Can you do a John Lovitz?
Love it. I love it so much.
Do you do impressions?
Yeah, give me one.
Give me Prince. Princess.
No, just
Princess
Prince.
Diana.
I can do both of them at the same time. Okay. Princess Diana and Prince, they both speak like this.
Is this because they're both dead?
No, you're so fucked up. I was trying to make a callback to my John Lovitz.
I know.
I think Princess Diana might be like, "Oh, what's Diana?" And then I think
Deanna?
Yeah,
I
she
think
would've said
Prince is
Diana.
more like, "Hey, what's up? I'm Diana.
He's also like, "Hey, what's up? I'm Diana.
Hey, who's your mama?"
Can we do the rest of the podcast talking like Michael Caine?"
Yeah.
That's the worst thing
Oh
about
my
it.
God.
is-
I love. You know what I would love to see? I'd love to see a Princess Diana biopic, but it's played by Jason Statham.
Played by Jason
That
Statham.
that would be so. And it's an action movie.
I was gonna say something really bad.
Oh,
I'm gonna drive this car.
yeah.
Because she died in a car accident.
Yeah.
Well, she wasn't driving it. So
Oh,
the
okay.
joke's
Then
fine.
that was an earlier
The whole
scene where
movie
she
is
drove and
called-
she
It
was
an early
fine.
season. Yeah, she was
The
fine.
movie is called Parisian Tunnel
Parisian-
Rematch.
Is Michael Caine? Oh my God! Is Michael Caine playing the Queen?
Yes.
Yeah.
Always.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I
And
swear to
Helen
God,
Mirren is playing Prince Harry.
you're
Young.
gonna get in this car and you're gonna drive. And I swear, if you don't survive this car, I don't know. I don't know. Where
I'm
I'm
gonna
going with
crank
that.
you.
I'm gonna crank you.
Crank you so good.
Meghan Markle is played by Wesley Snipes.
I met Meghan Markle.
You did?
You did?
Yeah.
What was it? When was this?
I'm
and what was it?
realizing maybe I shouldn't talk about this.
Oh.
Can we talk about it and then I'll tell you if I want it to get cut out?
Yes.
Yeah, we can do a clap.
Yes, so I met Meghan Markle when she was previously married. The person who she was married to produced a movie I was in, and she had came to the set and visited. So it's funny that now I can get to like look back and be like, yeah, I was hanging out with a princess when I was a
Yeah,
kid.
yeah.
But
You
at
were
the time
hanging out
she was
with
just
Tyler Perry's security case. 'Cause
Yes.
remember Tyler Perry?
Security client. Yes.
Tyler
What?
Perry provided security for
Yes.
Meghan Markle and Prince Harry.
I
When they
didn't know
moved to
about
America.
any of this.
Yeah.
You didn't watch the Oprah interview? Were you silent or were you silenced?
I didn't watch the Oprah interview.
Can I tell you something interesting? Which is that
No.
I watched. Okay, sorry. I'm sorry. Gabby
You can
says
tell me
I'm not
something-
allowed to
You
talk.
can tell me something interesting.
Okay,
You can
cool.
tell me something interesting that you thought he was going to say.
Okay. What?
I'm not fresh out of ideas,
so
baby.
what I was gonna say is that. So I saw
Crank.
the. Yeah.
Let's fuck in the stadium, Amy Smart.
Who'd you see?
No. Wait, no. So what?
The story
I
you were going to tell.
saw-
What's the story? you were
Okay, the story. So I watched the Oprah interview, and I watched it, and I was thinking, oh my god, I cannot believe the royal family did this to the poor Meghan Markle and Harry. I'm so on their side. I talked about it with my mom. My mom was like, Meghan and Harry went too far. They shouldn't have spoke about everything that they did. I'm disappointed in them.
Is your mom a queen? A queen lover?
A queen? She's a
Is
queen.
your mom, what do they call? What's the name for like people?
Royalists or
What's one that we can make up though?
a
Queenie?
Queenie.
Queenie,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Queen. Like how Justin
Is your mom a
Bieber's-
queef?
my mom is a queef. Yeah. That's a good word. Okay, so yeah, my
Bieber's fans are believers.
Yeah.
I will.
She's a queeber.
Yeah, she's a
A
queef.
queeber?
I don't like that. That doesn't sound good.
That sounds like a toy. That sounds like it's making me think of a Furby, but like a different kind of Furby.
Yeah.
A
I like
queeber.
a queeber. You're right. It doesn't sound good because it's
Requiem for a dream, or is it? Oh yeah.
Ooh,
'cause-
Requiem for a
okay,
Dreamer.
yeah.
Oh yeah, no, but so my mom, I will say she is a big fan of the Queen, and also Prince Philip, who's like recently.
Is he the dead one?
Yeah, he's the dead
Yeah.
one who said a lot of racist jokes.
Yeah, he's
a
the
lot
one
of
that
racist shit.
Looked like he always looked like he had just seen the
Yeah.
Ark of the Covenant.
He
Yeah,
looked.
just
in
He
Raiders
looked,
of the Lost
he
Ark.
looked pretty gnarly at the end.
Yeah.
He did, but yeah,
It's cool to make fun of him, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay, he's Gucci to make fun of.
To be fair, he was hilarious. He was really
up.
funny.
Was he like funny? Was he funny in like the sense of like
Was he funny
was
in, like, a
funny
Trump
guy?
way?
Yeah, that's what I
He
mean.
was. He was funny in a grandpa way. He was like, it was like,
Well, the Queen, let me tell you something.
let me tell you, she's
I got something for you, Queen. I just saw it last night. It's this crazy thing. It's called having. I don't know where I'm going with it, and I'm scared to say anything as Donald Trump.
No, do it. I want to
Do it.
hear what you think of him.
If I no, he's the worst.
because
but
you
I'm
love him.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's what's canceling me. Yes, because I'm not even gonna say it because I don't want you to cut the clip of me saying
Just a 1
the
second
words
clip.
blank blank Donald Trump.
Oh,
Yeah.
we can just edit. You know those people who make those
I
cut
love
videos.
Donald Trump,
I
yeah.
love Trump.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
Yeah.
I love. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, give me a topic and I'll talk to you as Donald Trump about it.
Farfalle pasta.
Well, I've seen some good pastas, okay? There's a lot of pastas. I know a guy who makes a good pasta. There's pasta visual. There's I've seen rigatoni. There's rigatoni. I love Tony Soprano. He's a good guy. He's a good guy. I've seen him a couple of times.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace to him. You know, he's a good guy. Good guy. That Tony. But yeah, farfetched. Farfetched is my favorite of the Pokemon. He carries around like a little thing, a little stick, a little
leek,
celery
a little
stick,
leek.
a little leek. That's what I do every night. Melania goes, "Where are you?" So I gotta take a little leak. I gotta take a leak.
Oh, that was great. That was
Thank you.
great.
I think you might have the only good Trump impression.
That is pretty good.
Tony Soprano, he was the good guy.
Great guy.
R.I.P. I knew him.
Yeah, it's the
Import, export, important
My
business.
favorite Donald Trump impression is James Austin Johnson.
He does an amazing one. It is
Because I
really
learned
good.
from watching him how
Oh,
he does
yeah.
it. Because I used to do the Alec Baldwin one, which was like, well, very much, and I'm like, the guy, he doesn't actually talk like that.
Yeah.
He's
Well,
always
James Austin Johnson, you do like the full spectrum.
Yes, that I've seen that clip of him on Seth
Yeah,
Meyers
yeah,
when he
yeah,
does
yeah.
it. Unbelievable. He does
It
like
is
young
amazing.
Trump, where young Trump's like a lot faster talking.
Yes.
And he's like,
it's
she's a
really
wonderful
good.
woman. I'll tell you, she's a great lady. I can't
How do
do
you
it.
do such a good Pete Davidson? That's what I wanted to, because it is a phenomenal. Pete.
Yeah. So that's the thing about Pete Davidson. He's just sort of talking all the time, and it's like he's like just a guy that's like kind of confused. But I don't know. I realized I could do it a long time ago, and I just started doing it, and that's all it is. It's just like this.
It also like gets more in my head the more I listen.
Yeah,
That's
I think
the
I
thing.
get better at it the
Yeah.
longer I do it too. Like at the
Yeah.
beginning, I'm sort of not totally there, but then like I figure out which words sound like him, like that. Like
Yeah.
It seems like also he always has a question mark at the end of every sentence.
Yeah.
Which I think is what makes him so. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do that,
Yeah.
Pete. You know that?
What?
You do that with your sentences, Pete.
Yeah.
Why are you so unsure
like
of yourself, buddy?
I don't know, cause like I'm like 7 feet tall and like 36 pounds, but like everybody loves me. What I like about him is that he is very aware. Like he makes fun of himself
He does,
all the
yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Where he's like, because for a long time I was like, he doesn't belong on Saturday Night Live. I still don't think he was a great SNL cast member, but I think he also feels that way.
Yeah.
Because I think SNL is very like charactery. You should be really good at characters and like sketches and stuff. And he's a good stand-up. But it's funny because even he's like, yeah, I don't know. Every year I just think I'm gonna get fired, and then like I'm not, so I'm still here. But
Yeah.
now he left, so yeah.
I love the guy. You know
I just
I'll
like him.
admit it.
Have you seen the clip of Kim saying to him, "Hey, I'm gonna pop in the shower for a minute. Do you
Yeah,
want to
he's like,
join
"Oh,
me?"
yeah."
And he just like he drops it. He's like, "Oh yes."
Yeah, he just starts
It's
running.
adorable.
Yeah, it's so cute.
It's so sweet. I love it.
He does seem. There was a lot of I hold a lot of jealousy in my heart. I could be a very jealous bitch.
What's your sign?
okay.
Virgo?
I don't know.
I don't either.
Doesn't line up.
Is that a thing? You just totally. I'm not into it. I don't know anything about it. I just answered the question.
Oh right, that's such a
If you
Virgo
ask me,
thing to
if you
say.
ask me what my other one is, like rising or something, I have no clue.
We'll calculate it for you.
One of my favorite memes I've ever seen was like it was a text, a screen. It was a text that was like it said "mom" and it said "What time was I born?" and the mom writes back "Run from her." Yeah,
That's great.
yeah, it's a great
That's
meme.
really funny.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, I have no
What's awful
idea.
is that I do know when I was born, but I will never let a date know. Never.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do they ask you?
I've been asked by friends, never on a date.
You know why you'll never let anyone know? It's not because of astrology. It's because you were born at a really racist time.
Oh yeah, 5:06 a.m.
5:06 a.m. So racist.
So racist.
So
Oh,
racist.
God. Can we get into this? I want to know. Are either of you two dating anybody, or do you not want to talk about it?
I am. I've had the same girlfriend for like 3 years.
Oh,
I
okay.
am
Have you ever told anybody about it?
This is
how you know,
this is
right?
the first time. Yeah.
Wow, congratulations. I didn't know.
Never
that.
brought it up before.
You've
No,
never brought
I've
it up?
never brought it up. Yeah.
I am.
We live
single at the
together now,
moment.
but we're. I was just saying we were roommates.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah.
and they were roommates.
And they were roommates.
the
Oh my God,
younger
they were
crowd is not going
roommates.
to get that.
Yeah, it is crazy how
Remember
old of a reference that
Vine?
actually
Yeah.
is. Yeah.
Like if you had statistics of the listeners, you would remember Vine and just dropped immediately. So
Yeah.
it was like, no.
Oh my God, they're gonna be
Oh,
like
yeah.
millennials.
Ugh,
I'm
old.
almost 30. I'm so.
We're basically boomers.
Yeah, it's bad.
I know it's bad out there. I'm glad people still. I'm glad young people listen to this. I want to feel respected.
Do you have what's your demographic? Do you have the analytics of it?
We do.
Wait, it's
Do you
like
not want to talk about it?
it's
a
mainly
mixed bag.
It's mainly like it's like 13 to 17 and then 18 to 25 is like a big margin, but
Yeah.
a lot of the people
60 plus.
yeah. But a lot of the people, we'll get into it, I think, right now. A lot of our submitters, people who write in with listener submissions, they skew a lot younger, very often in middle school and high school.
It's
Got it,
very
okay.
sweet.
Are there
Yes.
any listener submission questions? I want to.
Oh,
you
baby.
bet your bottom dollar
Oh
there
man,
are.
you
Yeah,
guys both
okay.
pulled your phones out so quickly.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Are they questions for me? Or are they
They're for
questions for the
any
For
one of
all
us
of
to-
us.
okay, I
but
got-
you are involved in this
Okay.
process.
All right, I got one pulled up. Hey, lovely host and guest, if there is one. I have kind of a gross story to tell you. I remember this girl, Emily, who used to dig her hand into her cooch and asshole in front of everyone. Then she would touch the fridge and pretty much anything she could touch. She never washed her hands and consistently reeked as if she never showered a day in her life. We had access to our own showers. It is put in parentheses. She would also wipe, eat, wax, and snot on all of the chairs.
I'm sorry, she sounds made up. There's
She
no
was
way.
also a
Yeah,
huge...
was this a Rugrats character?
Yeah, this doesn't sound real. Okay, she was also a huge bitch toward my friend Jacob. Jacob had lost his parents and was being raised by grandparents.
was being raised by
I'm
wolves.
sorry, and she has a bad personality. There's no
So
way.
Emily, being the bitch she was, found out and told him straight to his face, imagine not having parents.
Oh my god.
Everyone was shocked on what she said, and Jacob just screamed at her before leaving, where I further found out that he went to his room to cry. She also angered another guy named Gary, who had a horrible relationship with his parents. Do you think it was wrong for us to bitch back at her?
First off, we love and support Jacob.
Yes.
we love
We
Jacob.
wanna
I mean,
make
what
sure-
if Jacob's a bad person?
He seems like a sweet boy. Let's not get after Jacob right now. After the cameras are off.
I think it's really funny, the idea of ganging up on him.
Evil.
Jacob,
Like, I don't
if
actually
you're
want
listening,
to.
imagine not having parents.
I'm not going to join these two. Jacob, I support you. I stan you.
Yeah,
you, Jacob.
right.
No,
Fuck
no,
you,
no.
Jacob. I'm more of an Edward fan.
Oh, that's
Oh, there we go.
That's-
Another reference a lot of kids are not going to get.
yeah. They're like
They gotta
Edward.
know Twilight. I'm sorry.
They're all
Okay.
into the Batman.
So okay, I gotta know, or I gotta talk about this because so Emily was the bitch.
Emily
girl's
is the
name?
bitch.
Yeah, the bitch girl.
It sounds like Emily sucks. Yeah, it sounds like
Yeah.
Emily's made up. Were you right to bitch back at her?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Also, tell her to shower.
There were like 75 things too far before
It was-
you
it
bitched.
was
You
too
should have
much.
bitched at her from the get-go.
Yeah.
Scratching her butthole and cooch and touching stuff.
Yeah.
Bitch immediately. Though I will say I do that all the time.
Your
Yeah.
cooch?
Yeah, my cooch.
You're always touching your
No, but
cooch.
like I mean, come on, like we all do the scratch
Who
and
hasn't
sniff.
touched our buttholes and then touched something by
but
mistake?
but what about the scratch and
Not
sniff?
my butthole. I've touched my dick and balls, and like if I'm at home alone, and then like open the fridge.
I'm not gonna let this go. The scratch and
I
sniff.
should wash my fridge handle.
We've all done the scratch and sniff.
we have done this.
Oh, yes.
How else are you gonna know?
How else are you gonna know?
That's your first
That's
web.
what
yeah.
Emily was doing.
But then Emily.
That's an
took
Ali
it-
Wong joke. This is your first WebMD. Like,
Oh, is that true?
Yeah.
That's a good joke.
oh,
yeah.
Ali Wong, she's so good.
But
So
the problem was that she took it to another level. She did a scratch and sniff and touch, and you don't want to touch
and wipe as well.
and wipe.
Not cool.
Yeah, Emily seems like she's not pleasant. And Emily, if you're listening,
Die.
whoa,
No, don't
dye
act-
your shirt
There you go.
a different color.
a different color. That's
and
not
also
flattering.
wash in general.
Yeah, but also then wash the rest of your body.
But
as
also
well.
evaluate who you are as a person.
What was the name of the person who sent this in?
I don't think they specified.
It's anonymous, but I think that. No, but listen, Emily can't be well liked, I think. So I will say, as much as it's not wrong to bitch at her, like maybe you guys should remember that like everybody knows the deal.
Emily has too many parents.
Emily has 40
That was her
parents.
problem. She had too
Yeah.
many parents.
Oh
She
my
was
God.
like,
Too much
imagine
love
not
growing
having
up. Too much
parents.
love.
It's because she has 35 parents.
She was
She's in a-
genuinely observing. She was like, "Oh my god, imagine not having parents. I will never run out."
Right. She's up in a
She
Mormon
didn't have a family.
polygamous.
She had an improv team.
It's
She's
just-
in a polygamous. Yeah,
I like that joke,
She's
too.
being raised by a poly improv team.
a poly improv team. Oh God, that's what every improv team is.
Oh,
It's just a polyamorous group of people.
Okay.
gross.
No, I'm
All
just
right.
kidding.
So,
Go on.
one listener asks if we've ever worked in customer service because they said, I work at a touristy spot in California renting kayaks, and I have lots of crazy stuff happen like shark attacks, lost kayaks, and angry people. Those seem like three very different things. Shark attacks. That's the whole submission, by the way. I think they just want to know if we've worked in customer service, which I haven't really, but I've worked in like retail.
I've worked in retail as well.
I've been
yeah.
acting since I was 4 years old. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
so no.
no, I haven't.
You're
I'm
in the
sorry.
Did you
customer-
ever at any point have like any kind of regular job or no?
Yeah,
Never.
a few years ago, I wouldn't even consider it a regular job. I hosted trivia
Oh,
Okay.
for some extra cash for
Oh,
fun.
fun.
Okay.
Where
Yeah.
was
That's cool.
this?
This was down in Manhattan. This was at the Hill Country Barbecue.
Oh, I love that
Oh,
place.
that's fun.
Yeah, it was for the New York City Trivia League.
Did you guys see that Army Hammer is working at like a resort,
And you know what? I'm gonna have an unpopular opinion here.
which is to leave him be?
Leave him be. Let the guy.
I think he should be arrested. I think.
Well, did he? I don't know if it
I
ever
don't
was
know-
confirmed if he did anything illegal.
Did
If
he face
anything,
due
like,
process? Did he? I
illegal?
don't know if he did. If he hasn't, he should.
Yes, I didn't know that. I thought it was all just. I haven't read too deep into it, but I thought it was all just like rumors of him being weird.
No, it's like abuse stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, didn't know that. Then
No,
if,
if it
that's
was
true,
that, it would
yeah,
be
fuck
like,
that guy.
In that
but it
case,
wouldn't be.
definitely
no.
let him be.
I think.
No.
I think what it was also accusations of sexual assault.
Yeah.
Okay, truly didn't know that. I thought it was just like, oh, he sends text saying he wants to like drink your blood.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's weird.
Which he did also do.
Yeah.
Drink someone's blood?
No, I mean,
Oh,
I
yes.
don't know for
That's
sure.
weird, but that's
Nah,
like
he just
all right,
talked the
leave it.
talk.
If
Yeah.
it was just that, that's what I thought it was. It
Yeah.
would just be like, all right, the guy's weird and we whatever, like just leave him be. I didn't know there
I would
was
agree
sexual
with you on
assault.
that, actually, if that were the only thing that
Okay.
like, knowing what you knew, I don't think that was a crazy unpopular
Yes.
opinion.
No.
Never mind. Fuck that guy.
Yeah, he is selling timeshares, which, Army.
Yeah. All right. I got Army. I got another one pulled up. Just wanted to share a weird fear I have leaning against a car door while in a moving car. Ever since I was little, anytime I did that, I felt like the door would open and I would fall out.
Interesting.
What do you think of this? Do you share this fear?
I I understand that fear, but I don't have that fear. But when I'm on the subway and I lean against the doors,
Oh yeah.
I feel like they're gonna open up and I'll fall out. And also, I'm irrationally scared of escalators. Like going down when I'm on an escalator, like a really steep one, I have to like stand and hold the rail. I can't go down the stairs. They start to blend in together. I get
Wow.
like vertigo.
Interesting.
Yeah.
When did
'Cause-
that start? Like from when you were young?
Yeah, I think so. So escalators have that kind of like design that's like this, you know, if
Yes.
you look
Yeah,
at the
yeah.
steps. And when I look down at them, it like sort of all blends in together, and it doesn't feel like I
Yeah.
can see the steps. It feels like it's all one big kind of thing. So when people are like running down escalators, I'm like, nah, and I hold on to it.
Oh, I've seen videos of where an escalator stops working, but then everyone like crashes where it just like, whew, like whatever the motor that like keeps it just like everyone falls and they were toppling on each other, and it was terrifying.
Thank you.
Definitely.
for that.
We're all about exposure therapy on this
Oh,
pod.
okay.
Yeah. So to our listener, we say, if you fear that, let it happen.
Don't even buckle your seatbelt.
Don't buckle
Yeah.
your seatbelt.
Lean against it and don't even close the door fully.
Hey, die.
That's the best
That's
advice.
our
Yeah, that's the moral. Hey, die.
Die and don't forget to suck on some fingies.
Don't forget to suck
Yeah.
on some fingies.
Oh, yeah. Do we have one more?
Let me look.
Oh yeah, I think I have the last one. Oh yeah, I listened to every episode of your podcast and was shocked to find that every podcast isn't ad-free. Now I can't listen to any podcast because they are too different than yours. Is there any podcast that has the same vibe as you guys?
What, so we're supposed to promote another podcast on your
Yeah.
podcast? No, I'm just kidding.
you have
Wait,
any
you don't have
favorite-
ads at all? Or sometimes
maybe
you
sometimes. We actually just did our first sponsored
Yeah, we
spot.
did our first sponsored spot. I guess we'll do a second sponsored spot.
Congratulations. Today we have a sponsored
today.
spot?
Are we doing another one today?
Should we? Or should we just...
Did they? Let's talk about this.
We'll
off
talk about it
air.
after. This is Inside Baseball.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I guess I had a podcast for a hot second.
You
that-
did?
What was it
Yes,
called?
that it still exists in the ether.
Yes.
But I haven't done it in a long time. It was called the Former Child Star Podcast.
Whoa!
And it
Did
was
you interview
me-
other former...
Yes.
Oh, my God.
And it still exists on like Apple Podcasts and Spotify Podcasts and whatever. I just haven't recorded one in a long time. I started it during the pandemic, and I interviewed Vincent Martella, who was on Everybody Hates Chris.
Oh, yeah.
And also played Phineas on Phineas and Ferb.
Oh.
Oh, my God.
And I interviewed Sam Lerner, who was on the Goldbergs, or he's on the Goldbergs still. And I interviewed Dante Palminteri, who was in Sharknado.
Sharknado!
Underrated.
And it was Raviv Ullman, aka Ricky Ullman.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
I have seen Raviv Ullman walking around Woodstock where
Yeah.
he lives.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
Yeah, he seems
really,
cool.
really talented actor.
I'm
and
unfamiliar, but I like him already.
Person. He's Phil
Phil
on Phil the Future.
Oh.
Yeah. Yes. People knew him as Ricky Ullman. His name is Raviv.
He's so hot.
He's really handsome.
He's really
Yeah.
handsome.
I interviewed the four of them, and then I stopped doing it, and it's been 2
Yeah.
years.
You know who'd be a fun interview? Mara Wilson, Matilda.
I would love to, because I know
Oh.
she loves to talk. Like, she has a
I mean,
very
she
good...
just works in nonprofit now,
Yeah.
just doing her thing.
I don't know how I would get in contact
and
with her.
being
I don't
Ben
have any...
Shapiro's cousin.
She's related to Ben Shapiro.
Yeah, they're cousins.
Okay, that I did not know.
I'm almost certain.
Let's say hypothetically, my cousin is Mara Wilson. And
Hypothetically, if my cousin was in the fantastic mid-90s movie Matilda.
let's say hypothetically, I don't suck ass. He's the worst.
Wait, I need to just confirm. I'm almost certain Mara Wilson.
I mean, it would be so
Ben-
crazy if you got that wrong. Like,
Yeah, who could you be mixing that up with?
No. Yeah, it is. Yes, she is a cousin of political commentator and media host Ben Shapiro. Yes, that was correct. Yes.
I wonder if they see each other.
I wonder how those Christmases
think
were.
they hang?
Oh, they're not Christmas, they're
Hanukkah's,
Jewish.
right?
Yeah.
I wonder how
Bum, bum, bum.
their Passover seders were growing up.
And by extension, she's also cousins with Abby, aka classically Abby.
Oh, Abby
my
Shapiro,
God.
yes.
Abby Shapiro brought up the Nancy Reagan blowjobs.
She did?
Did
Oh,
she?
no, sorry. She brought up Nancy Reagan, and then everyone else brought up the
I don't know
Nancy
why, but
Reagan
when you said the
blowjobs.
Nancy Reagan blowjob, I was thinking it sort of like on the same level as the Groucho Marx letters. Like a thing like that's like documented that you can buy a first edition of.
Lucas, I have something in my pocket for you.
A first edition Nancy Reagan
Nancy
blowjob.
Reagan blowjobs?
The Nancy Reagan blowjobs.
It's a Nancy Reagan fleshlight.
Oh, we should have one of those. We, as in the three of us, to share.
The three of us.
Scratch, sniff, touch, and fleshlight.
But
Emily,
never
if
wipe.
you're listening, you should wipe.
always wipe. And that's why we come to the end segment with someone who always wipes, I hope.
Most of the time.
So as we're
don't
coming
need to all the time.
we're coming to the end of the podcast, and we like to ask our guests. We have a thing called Self-Perception Corner, where we ask our guests to describe how they believe they are perceived by other people, and then we say how we actually perceive you.
That's
Oh
the
my-
prank.
I'm gonna put this mic in my mouth right now.
Oh
I'm just
yeah.
gonna-
Oh yeah. Deep.
Oh God. Okay. So I want you to leave that thud in there of me
Yeah.
hitting my
Oh, yeah.
head against the mic.
Yeah.
I'm gonna elevate it.
Yeah, good. Interesting question, and I'll answer very honestly because that's what I like to do. I really, my whole life, have had not the greatest perception of myself. I was a very overweight kid, hated that about myself. I'm not tall. I'm still not tall. I was a short kid, and I always had body image issues, but it was funny. I always liked myself. Like I was always like, I'm funny. I'm sweet. I'm clever. I'm understanding. I have things about myself that I didn't like. Like I could be very jealous. But those are things that I'm like, okay, I'm a human. And those are things that I can work on, but everybody's got flaws. But my physical image of myself was always really bad. Recently, I started to take on this mantra because I was going through a really shit period of like just not feeling good about myself. And I kind of out of nowhere started to say to myself, there's this UFC fighter named Rose Namajunas. She's amazing. She's a badass. And she does this thing where she and her husband, who's also her trainer, he'll say, "Who's the best?" And she goes, "I'm the best." She goes, "Who's the best? I'm the best. Who's the best? I'm the best." And then he stops and she gets in the ring and she just goes, "I'm the best. I'm the best. I'm the best. I'm the best." Like over and over. And then she starts fighting and she kicks whoever the fuck she's fighting's ass.
So cool.
And I just started kind of saying to myself, like, I'm the best. And it wasn't in a way of like, I'm better than everybody. It was like, I am the best me. And I was like, I'm going to say this until I believe it. Because I don't believe it right now. But not saying it and saying I suck or I'm fat or I don't like the way I look or I feel like my hair's falling out of my head. I love my hair, and I swear to
You
God,
have
if
great
I-
hair.
You have
Thank
great
you.
I'll say that before anything else. Your hair is solid.
I appreciate it.
Oh yeah.
And I just get really anxious about these things. But I'm like, what am I doing now? This doesn't cure anxiety, and I'm still a mess. But what I'm saying is like, there are things that have gotten easier that I've started to just say this thing to myself, like, I'm the best. I'm the best. And when I go to the gym, I say it to myself if I'm like, I don't want to do this next exercise, and not in a way that's like, listen to your body and go home if you're feeling sore, but in a way that's like, oh, I don't want to do this. I'm tired. And I just go, no, wait, I want to get on the bike. I'm the best. I can do this. I'm going to get on the exercise bike, or I can lift this next rep. I'm the best. I can do this. Or I'm going to get into this acting school. Like I'm starting to take classes soon at the Barrow Group.
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. But auditioning for it, I was really nervous because I've been acting my whole life, but I haven't ever taken like proper acting classes. I've had private coaching, but before I did the monologue over Zoom, I was like, I'm the best. I can do this. I'm the best. And I got in, and now I'm starting to like the way I look more and starting to just appreciate myself more. And I've like lost a couple of pounds and in like a healthy way, and just feeling more confident because I'm just sort of saying this thing to myself. And I highly recommend it for anyone who wants to try it because it might not work immediately. It might not work for a long time, but it does start to work. And it's just interesting because I think it's what I've been doing recently with like stand-up. Like I want to do stand-up, and I've been trying to get myself, when I write stuff, be like, I'm the best. I can do this. I can get up on stage and do this. And at some point, when you see me go do stand-up for the first time, when I'm walking up on stage,
Yeah.
the thing I'm going to be saying in my head is, I'm the best. I'm the best. I'm the best.
I now want to try this.
Yeah.
I really, really want
Totally
to adopt
trying
this
it.
now.
And you can try it, and you might not mean it for a long time. And you'll laugh at yourself because you'll be like, what am I doing? Why am I saying this? But eventually, in some aspect, you'll feel it and you'll be like, yeah, I am. Like if you do it and you go do stand up and you crush, then afterwards you might be like, I am really good at this. And maybe you already think that you are, and that's great because we should want to be confident in these things. But if you don't, or even if you are, it gives you a little more. to be like, yeah, I'm fucking good at this, or I'm like, I like the way I look. Like, I know I'm not, Chris Evans. Doesn't matter. I don't need to be. Like, I'm the best. I'm the best version of me, and that's awesome. So I know it sounds corny, but it's been helping. So
That's
how I
wonderful.
perceive myself recently. We'll see how that
That's
goes.
beau-
We'll see how that goes in the winter.
Oh, the winter
Once
stuff.
seasonal
Yeah.
depression.
Winter stuff.
Fair.
Yeah.
So I will start in that you are someone that, well, first off, it was very sweet the way you talked about like our first interaction, because I remember like speaking with you online like a little bit, but I remember when you came to my stand-up show where you performed at Sesh Comedy back in December.
You were in that show?
Oh yeah, I was.
Yes.
You were in that show.
Yeah. I think I went up right before Lucas's set.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you were there.
Yeah.
God, you were so unmemorable. No, I'm just kidding.
I knew it. I'm the worst. I'm
yeah,
the worst.
you're the worst. No, I'm just kidding. I remember. I remembered you, and then I remembered two other people that were really funny. There was
Yeah.
a woman who was from Argentina, or she
Oh,
was Argentinian.
Espy.
Yes,
Yeah.
I saw her the other night on the street. She
Oh,
was
nice.
promoting, and I was like, "Hey, sorry, I can't come to your show." Like she was like, "Hey, try to come." I was like, "Can't come to your show," but I saw you at Lucas's show like months ago, Lucas Arnold, and you're very funny. She was
Aw.
like.
Ah, thanks.
Yeah, she literally, she went,
gee,
thanks.
Oh, wow,
Thank you. And yeah, she's very funny. And then I remembered there was a guy who I don't remember his name. He's very, very funny. I believe he had Tourette's.
Yes, Benny Feldman.
We've had him on the pod.
God's so fucking funny.
He's
that guy
amazing. He's
is
outstanding.
funny. And those are the two people that I
Yeah.
really
he's
remember.
he's hilarious.
He's
And
outstanding.
he's such a good dude.
He's the sweetest dude on the
Yeah.
planet. No, but so I remember just being really honored that you came to my show. I was like, oh my god, thank you so. I was like just so touched. And then you mentioned that you were interested in and I just remember thinking, it's so nice this dude wants to talk to me. I was just like,
Oh,
I was
that's so
touched.
funny.
And then like the more I got to know you, the more I realized this is someone who is taken care of really well and takes care of himself. Because like you told me about a lot of other child actors where things went not so well.
Yeah.
And I felt so glad to know that you turned out fairly okay. And you always dressed. Every time I've seen you, you always dress very well. You present yourself in a really good way. It shows that you care.
I appreciate it.
It shows that you care about every bit. It's a very encouraging energy to be around.
I appreciate that. That's really, really nice of you
Yes.
to say. Just because
You're a bitch for not doing stand up
I'm
yet,
a
though.
bitch for not
You're
doing
a
stand-up.
bitch
Oh, I
for
know. And
that.
start like being mean to me.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Starting.
And like hit me with something. And like maybe
With
take
these
my clothes-
hands.
You'd like
yeah.
it too much.
and maybe like make me take my pants off or something.
yeah.
I mean, I was just gonna ask nicely.
Start like slapping me. No,
all right, you two.
I don't want to do this bit right now. I thought it would be funnier than it is. But that really is very sweet. I appreciate that. And it's funny just because I like had this idea of like fame growing up where I was like, oh, I'm going to be this famous adult. Like I definitely look at the lack of work for a long time as like a weird blessing and a curse because like I want it. That's all I want is to succeed as an actor and performer and have this. It's like, when you're a little kid and you're like, what's behind in the teacher's lounge,
Yeah.
It's awesome. Like being famous has a lot of great perks to it, but it also can be really shitty if you're not raised the right way or you don't do it the right way. And I could have seen myself becoming really shitty. So I am happy that I haven't worked for a long time, but now I'm like, okay, it's enough. It's enough time. That's enough time.
I've learned enough.
I learned
Come
enough.
on.
That's enough time. I want it back.
We're done baking. Let's go.
Yeah, exactly. So like seeing this, I guess it's funny, this like new version of fame, like through TikTok, right? Or social media. It's like, I wasn't expecting you to be as nice as you were.
Oh, thank
like
you.
I was just thinking you would be, because I've met a lot of people who are famous, that are like, yeah, what's up, dude? Yeah, cool. Like they're nice people, but they're not like interested, like I'm friends with people on social media that like famous people that we're just friends on social media. We're never going to be like friends in real life. Maybe we'll meet each other at some point and take a picture and it'll be cool. Like, oh, we're buddies on Twitter and we're both verified and now we're friends. But like you and I are friends and that's awesome. Like it feels cool to be like, I like you. It's
Yeah.
cool being friends with you. And now you too. But yeah,
I was waiting for that. No,
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
Now
Lucas
go. Roast
is a
him.
good.
Roast him.
Yeah.
Is that what it is? Is like you say something nice and then you roast?
Yeah, I'm like, all right, bad cop here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I really enjoy talking to you and something I noticed also is that because I went to this acting high school, I feel like I met a lot of like actors early on in my life, and I feel like there's a couple different kinds of actors. There's like the dumb actor who's like a sponge for emotion, which I don't think you are.
You don't know?
Yeah, I
no,
don't know.
I'm not.
And then there's the actor who I feel like is like really insecure and self-aggrandizing. And then there's the kind of actor who I feel like is very like open to every new experience and just very like open-hearted. And I see that in you.
I appreciate that.
And I feel like very at home with it. Because sometimes you talk to comics and like they're very guarded. I feel like we're all very like irony poisoned sometimes when you like go to a lot of mics and stuff. And I appreciate your perspective of just being someone who's like, I mean, your job is to, I don't know, people talk about like acting is telling the truth, but in a way it's like your job is like be open with your emotional state.
Yeah.
And it's just like very refreshing to be around someone who's like been able to do that and like clearly like worked on himself a lot and like so genuine and friendly and funny and fun to be around. And I fucking look forward to us hanging out.
I appreciate
Yeah.
I'm
it.
gonna
That's
put
so
it out
nice.
there. I'm manifesting.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Manifesting.
That's very
Josh,
nice.
do you have any projects or socials that you want to plug?
Yeah, I'm on Twitter at Flitter, which is just my last name. It's Flitter. And then I'm on TikTok at Josh Flitter. And then I'm on Instagram at Flitstagram. It's all tied together. But as for projects or anything, no.
That's cool.
I wish there was, or there were. But no, right now, just kind of trying to do the social media thing and taking this acting class and
Nice.
going on auditions, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, and getting accepted on Raya.
Yeah, follow me on Raya.
Yeah, hey, follow me on Raya at Josh. Thank you guys for having me on.
You were
This
such
was
a good
incredible.
guest.
You were a great guest.
This is super fun. And
You are a great guest. You're
Thank you.
still here.
Yeah, I'm
Yes.
still here. I'm never leaving.
You're never leaving.
I'm moving
Good.
in.
Hi.
That wasn't a yes, but it wasn't a no.
It was a
Nope.
night.
It was just like, okay, this is happening.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks, guys.
Thank you so much
Thank
for
you
coming.
so much.
Gabby, do you have anything you want to add?
Follow me on social media for little kisses on the cheek.
And follow me on social media because I need more.
Because he's a fucking bottomless
Because
hole.
nothing is enough. for
Nothing will
me.
satisfy
That's the truth to all of this. Is that
Yeah.
that's why I'm really acting. Is because I'm just a
Yeah.
bottomless pit of selfish,
Yeah.
self-fulfilling. Go give me more.
Watch Crank.
Watch
Crank.
Crank.
Suck
Thank you
some fingies and never be satisfied.
Thank
and
you
wipe your
Consensual
again.
butt.
fingy sucking.
Consensual fingy sucking.
Yeah.
And thank you again very much. And we will. I think this is actually going to be our last episode for a while. Actually,
Well, how long are you gone again?
I'm going to be gone until the end of August.
Oh, I'm taking over as your co-host. I don't know if
I don't know if you knew this. This is kind of a soft launch.
Ah,
Yeah,
okay.
our first sponsor is me.
Yeah. You're the new Lucas.
Yeah, I'm new Lucas.
Can you do a me impression?
Well, you sort of are. I was gonna do John Mulaney.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
It's
John
hard.
Mulaney,
Well,
but
actually,
like,
hold on. Wait,
"Ooh,
say
I'm
something and I'll
not
just try to
dating
parrot it
anyone
back
hot."
to you.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, this is terrifying.
Oh, this is terrifying.
Oh, Christ.
I'm okay when it comes to like I can parrot. Like if
Yeah.
yeah,
Parody,
yeah.
I don't like
Yeah, I
this.
feel like you can be like like okay. I can do like soft speaking Lucas where he's like okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, I
he
don't
loves
know.
to say his little. Oh, well, I like when
Okay.
you get to know Lucas long enough that he does the confused okay, like the genuinely confused
Okay.
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 Yeah.
A little bit of more of like, okay.
Okay.
If I say something you truly don't understand and you're like tired and we're like doing something, you're like, okay.
Yeah, I haven't talked to him enough
This is
yet.
incredible to listen to.
I'll have to talk to you more now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. We'll see you guys hopefully soon, but we'll
Yeah,
see you.
brief
we'll see you
hiatus
soon.
possibly.
Brief hiatus possibly. Much love.
See you next time.